Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
What's good, everyone? WCS back at it again. Big shout out to the supporters as always. Those of you that's tuning in to the channel, supporting. You know what I'm saying? Rocking out with WCS. Once again, Mr. Pass on deck with it. Salute to you. Peace, WCS. Coach Live was very good. Yes, absolutely, man. If y'all have time, hit the replay on Coach Malachi's live, man. You know what I'm saying? Check that out. He had the real Rick Glaser on that once again. And, they went over some very important information. You know what I'm saying? Especially dealing with the topics of discussion and what we talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? So check out New Media Today, USA Boxing. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. Back at it again. Cut the stove on, hot grease. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Mr. DBMH, salute WCS. Salute to you, brother. Max on deck. They said the back end dollars really means taking it from the back end. Man, y'all coming out the dough, man. For real, dog. What are you doing? They say back end money over there means taking it from the back end, dog. Damn. Greetings from the left coast, man. What's good with it, Gooch? How you feeling, bro? Salute to everyone that's on deck, man. Hey, I just want to go over some things. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go over some things because when it comes down to what we've been witnessing lately, we know for a fact that anybody listening to that IG live stream yesterday, it was very important information that you was able to take from it. This what I'm not going to tell you all. I'm not going to come on here and sugarcoat it and tell you I can't understand. I understand it. I get it. I've been living long enough to understand it. But when I hear these other channels, that's obviously pro Spence channels, right? Always angry, irritable. You like inflamed vaginal lips. You know what I'm saying? Like inflamed vaginal lips. They just irritated. I don't know why. Maybe their pants too tight. The panties, rubbing a little bit different. I don't know what it is, but I'm listening to these dudes talk about Crawford, right? And these are black people. If Crawford has never, ever crossed you wrong, Why would y'all be over there calling the man nappy head like it has anything to do with boxing? I sit up there and listen to these cats, right? And they expect you to tune in, respect what the fuck they saying, and then go repeat it to somebody else. And it will be good on them if you mention their name. But tonight I'm not gonna do it because I have before. But it's just this live is strictly to highlight the aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? The aerosexuals is a real cult that's out here. These cats get behind Arrow even when he dead ass wrong. The man lied and say he was his own boss, dead ass wrong. He's never been his own boss. Then they say, how can Crawford come over there and speak about anything because he don't have a promoter? And then they're talking about when he said that they tried to put him with an attorney that he never met before. Now, anybody who claimed they're close to boxing understands that it's gamesmanship. It's shit that goes on that you have to be fully aware of, and then you learn something through it. Like if you had a promoter and there's certain areas of negotiation process that you wasn't in attendance, and now all of a sudden you're not with a promoter and you have to go through the fire, and guess what? You can get close to the fire as long as you don't get burned. And that's a learning experience from Bud to go through this so he can tell other fighters. Seriously. But when you hear these other Africans, I think they call themselves African Americans, right? You ask yourself, like, are you truly African American? Because the way you're speaking about Bud, you're acting like this guy never completed anything positive in his life. This is a dude that has a family, right? And a lot of these cats who's talking about him, they don't even reside in Texas. Get what I'm telling you. A lot of these cats who's talking shit about Bud, they don't reside in Texas. They're not next door to Spence. They never had Spence on their channel. They barely even had Spence in an interview. But the way they sit up here and drive it, I'm talking about palms to the floor drive it. I'm talking about anything and everything to prove a point and say derogatory shit about Bud Crawford. It's not even shocking anymore. Then they want to bring up Canahan, right? I said, okay, I know Canahan is going to be a topic of discussion. Because it's funny how they would bring this up now, but they wasn't really talking about that shit in the last couple of weeks. But they want to bring it up now. They want to make it seem like that Al Haymon didn't want to do business with Bud because he feel he has some type of deal with Canahan. The dude is still a free man. He don't have a bounty on his head. But let's go through some things right. Let me show you some evidence right quick. I just want to know if these people kept the same energy as to why they're not identifying that Errol Spence and Al Haymon ducked this smoke. They absolutely ducked the smoke. They want to bring Canahan into the picture. So I want to ask, when you saw this picture right here, did you say you're not going to support the Zone Matchroom anymore? When you seen this picture? Did you say, oh my God, man, I need to get on here and do a live because Eddie Hearns was seen eating brunch with Canahan? Did you freaking run to the motherfucking computer and create a damn thumbnail and come on live and say you hate it? What about this? Did you say Bob Arum, since he took a picture with Canahan, you're never gonna watch another Top Rank fight? I want you to explain it to me. Just help me understand. Educate one another. Did you say I'm not watching another Top Rank fight when the Triple OG was seen in the picture with Canahan? Did you say you wasn't going to watch another fight? Because Devin Haney is signed to Top Rank of the promoter that took a picture with Canahan. Terrence Crawford was once signed with Top Rank. I guess y'all hate all the other fighters now. It's at Top Rank besides Devin Haney because it's LDBC or nothing. I got it. I got it. You want to push the narrative and everything, but you're still supporting them signing with Top Rank. But you're not saying nothing about this picture. Because that's Bob Arum who took a picture with him. No, not enough. Did you make a thumbnail about Tyson Fury taking a picture with Cunningham? All these people say, "Oh, Tyson Fury, he lost his license to come to the U.S." Did you just see him go in there and fight? Seriously, did you just see him go in there and fight Dillian White? Did he look like he was pending arrest? Did he still go make money? Yes, he did. Has he been over here to the U.S. to fight? Yeah, he have. He's been over here already. But did you go do a live stream when you seen this picture? Because when this live was done yesterday, they're sitting up here trying to denounce Terrence Crawford having the wherewithal to come up with $50 million. Now, I heard some people say some dumb, ignorant shit when they talking about how can he come up with the money? He ain't made that much money. Didn't he say a hedge fund? Didn't he say 2 different hedge funds was going to support him? They came with $50 million. You in disbelief right now. You basically saying to yourself, damn, I can't believe he actually tried to, he pulled this off. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that. He's going to come with 2. They offered, because look, they're looking at it like this. They believe he can go in there and beat Crawford. Spence, just like the legends do. They believe he can go in there and beat Spence just like the legend said. They believe in him on how he conducted himself outside the square. See, if Spence wanted to do it, he couldn't. Because he's tied down. He's in the seat. He's bucked. He's strapped in. You know what I'm saying? He's strapped in. You know, strap season? Errol Spence is strapped in. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going nowhere over there. He ain't making the type of money you think he making either. But when you saw Tyson Fury with Daniel Cunningham, did you goddamn frown up like you do when the name Terrence Crawford come across you? Did you freaking frown up when you seen Errol Spence taking a picture with one of the richest men in the world? Seriously, just take a look at that. Did you frown up knowing that Terrence Crawford has a relationship as far as business-wise, and he has met up with Warren Buffett, and Warren Buffett has talked favorable of Terrence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? Did you run to your computers and make a thumbnail and do a live when you saw him taking a picture with Warren Buffett? Was that a person that had too much money to potentially, like Rick said, Warren Buffett putting up $50 million is like him taking Coach Malachi to lunch? Did you listen? For real, did you listen? He said it would be like $50 million would be like him taking Coach to lunch. And I'm saying, shit, I gotta be there and go on that lunch. Cause I want to see where food gonna come up to goddamn $50 million. That man got an account like no other, right? But to the aerosexuals, man, the Spencerholics, you're all not talking about how he potentially may have those investors out there that respect him enough to put money behind him. Y'all not giving this man a chance because you angry. You're biased as hell, and you seem like you was like you found out some secrets later on in life. You know what I'm saying? You found out some secrets that caused you to hate the way you look in the mirror. For real. Y'all talk as if y'all truly blackface individuals. I don't even think y'all are truly brothers, man. I don't see it, bro. It ain't no way. You got brothers that say they brothers, but yet again, I think it's a goddamn conspiracy, a collusion going on. I think it's clones. I think these people was from a different freaking area, geographically. I think they was placed here to just cause disruption on the YTC. They can't be black. They skin look like that, but I think they took medicine. I think these some people that's just trying to be moles in the YTC and come here and talk shit for real. The way they talk about Terrence Crawford, when a black person talk about nappy hair, I don't think ignorance is the word that you respond to them. When you're speaking about the characteristics that you would go in on a white person for saying, you'd be on here doing 25 lives in 2 days. If any boxer that was Caucasian said that about a black fighter. If a white fighter would have called him boy, would have said, oh, shut up, nappy head. Shut up, monkey. They'll be up here talking about, oh, man, they need to treat black fighters better, man. You know what I'm saying? This racism got to stop. But yet, you're doing live streams that's out here for viewing, for public record. People can view them whenever they feel like it. And you're trying to tear down the name and the brand of Terrence Crawford. I know what this is about. See, the picture that you see over there, you know he has the connection. You know he has the communication with somebody that has that money, big time. And you know, that may be one of the people, like Rick said, that may be one of the people who was coming with 2 different hedge funds because he can. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to tune in to the channels who's providing you the information. You know what I'm saying? Tune in to the ones that's providing you the information that you're looking for instead of the ones that's out here kicking hatred. You know what I'm saying? When I'm saying hatred, I'm not talking about to a certain thing that they don't like in life. You know, a situation, the weather. I got a flat tire. The tie is a color I would never wear. My food was cold from Chick-fil-A. No, I'm talking about a human being that's in a sport that you support, right? And you're dedicated. You dug in. You dug into this motherfucker. Like you dug in to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You're dug the fuck in. But see, you being dug in, every time you turn around, it seems like dirt is being dumped on you. And I'm trying to tell you the reason why that's the case. Because when ducks goddamn walk around shit and flap their wings, they kick up dust, right? Saying they kick up dust. Every time you see a duck in one spot, they kick up dust. You know, if they next to water, they splash around in the water and shit like that. But I'm just saying, that's what ducks do. It's nothing that we ain't never seen before. But why y'all are not talking about this picture with him and Warren Buffett and you want to bring up Daniel Cunningham? Nobody give a fuck about that. This man is cleared to fight. There's no investigation going on. Why y'all trying to link a black man to Cunningham, but yet you ain't trying to link Eddie Hearns, Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, all these other people? Oh, my fault. I got it. Man, I got it, man. What am I talking about? They white. They have European pigment. You know what I'm saying? You always hear people talking about melatonin. I want to support my melatonin sister, my queens. How you gonna support your queen if you can't even get along with yourself? You confuse yourself. How you gonna support a queen that you saying she's a ebony queen, a Nubian queen, black queen, or whatever the case, but you walk around as an angry black man all the time? How you gonna be gentle? How you gonna go up there and be around a woman when you up here disgruntled, angry ass, old ass black man going in on one boxer? One boxer. And not only that, if another boxer is attached to that boxer, I heard somebody say some more ignorant ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Someone is absolutely deficient. I'm talking about the lowest form of proficiency. I'm talking about special ed, super short bus, only 4 seats on that bitch with a helmet, slob-proof windows. For real. Shatterproof windows. I'm talking about that type of short bus. I heard somebody say if Shakur Stevenson got shot because he was there with Takeoff, so be it. Rest in peace. And I say, wow, just because he's affiliated with Crawford, you want to say some ill shit like that? What if somebody was to say the same shit about you? What if somebody say, if it was you out there, so be it. Fuck it, she was in the wrong place. He was in the wrong place. Y'all was in the wrong place. You shouldn't have been there. But you sit up there and say Shakur Stevenson, oh well, if he got shot, he got shot. I'm like, damn. Crawford has this much power. Y'all not realizing what you got going on here? That's a lot of power to give one man. Let me get to the chat right quick, bro. That shit was a joke. Stop defending Bud. He was called lying per usual. Let me see. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, 24. But explain yourself so I can respond to you accordingly. Okay? Max, big blunts, big paws. Bernie said, add a ferryman. He did, man. He did. You know what I'm saying? He said that shit with conviction. He said, nobody else said it. I said it. I said it. That's who said it. No one else. I said it. If you got something to say it to me. I said it. Yes, I said it. Shout out to Coach Malachi in the building, man. On deck. On the boulevard. Shout out to you. Peace to the chat. Peace to WCS. Please hit the like button for my brother. And man, y'all hit the like button. I know y'all was over there today, man. Had a damn good live, man, with very informative information in the interview with Rich Glazer. Also the phone calls. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn it, dropped the venom on them niggas, man. For real. Dropping the venom on it. Like a Taipan motherfucking what is it? A Taipan. I think that's the name. One of the most lethal snakes in the motherfucking world. Boy, that shit crazy. That shit was venom. Hey, let's give a shout out to 24 over here. He's mad too. That's one thing. See, look, I don't see y'all over on Coach's channel when he's open. He's giving you the energy that you're looking for. He identifies you for the group that you're in. You know what I'm saying? He identifies that. He say he don't like y'all, man. He identifies for your group you in. And then it's almost like, I ain't gonna mess with him. I'm gonna wait till WCS come on, then I'm gonna get in his chat. I don't see y'all over there frolicking your punk ass in the chat talking that shit. I don't see it. Do you see it, Coach? I don't see it. When you calling the Wakandas out, I do not see the same energy. I didn't see 24 over there. Where did this little female come from, bro? Who gave you permission? Huh? Bitch, are you lost? Why are you over my chat, man? Coach just did a live yesterday where he was calling the Wakandas. I know you're a Wakanda nigga. All you have to do is show up at 3 p.m. and he'll give you everything you're looking for. Why are you coming over here? I'm keeping it on Crawford, man. I'm not talking about the BBC tonight. Well, you might be a part of the BBC. I don't know. It's like agents. You know, YouTube, they'll get you to go viral when you down black people. Yeah, man. These cats are freaking down in Terrence Crawford so bad when Errol Spence has been on record publicly, inebriated, over the limit walking. You know what I'm saying? He was over the limit walking. He was over the limit, the alcohol limit standing. And then, you know, in that 12 days from the time he fought Porter to the time he took it behind the wheel, listen, none of these niggas that's on here talking, you know what I'm saying, the bum boxing community, none of them niggas was shooting him a text and had enough influence for him not to get behind the wheel. I don't give a fuck who was supposed to be in pursuit. You're a boxer, bro. You're a boxer. What were you in a sports car running from? A Honda Accord? That ain't sounding right. That ain't sounding right. Real talk, that ain't sounding right. Seriously, that isn't sounding right to me. But anyway, I'm just looking at it like this, right? Where were y'all during the 12 days? You always want to talk about what Crawford isn't doing during negotiations. Where were you all? Were you talking this reckless when he was planning to get behind the wheel after Sean Porter fight? Were you talking this reckless when you seen the video of his car flipping? Were you talking this reckless when you finally got the hospital picture and seen how damaged he was from that accident? Were you talking this reckless? Did you say, oh, he fucked up, he was out there drinking and driving, he shouldn't have did that, you know, it was real fucked up? Did you get this type of energy when his girl, his ex, his baby's moms got on here and was trying to out him? Did you have this same energy? Because I don't think you hoes had that energy. For real. I don't think you hoe ass niggas had that energy. Now you got the energy because you believe that he's back. And you want him to complete the mission in the 4-belt era. But just so happened for Spence, just like him not being able to damn wake up while he was driving intoxicated, this is going to be a moment that he's sober. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the same fucking outcome. He's going to be sober this time. When he answered the bell and it's Terrence Crawford across the ring, it's going to be another accident waiting to happen. Watch what I tell you. Y'all need to keep the same energy. You all was not checking that nigga when he fucked up and had an accident. It's public record. Don't get mad for me for talking about it and addressing it. Y'all want to talk about everybody else. You want to bring in Daniel Cunningham. You want to smack your lips and shake your head and tell me, oh, he's getting involved with mob guys. But y'all going around here trying to be the mob. Y'all fake ass niggas going around here to be the mob. Why do I have to come on this motherfucker and be a professor and act like I'm giving an intervention to you whole niggas? Can't you do it on your own? You was not talking like this when that man wrecked his vehicle. You was going around here trying to, oh man, I just hope Spence is this. I hope he's okay, that he's able, man, prayers, put prayer hands in the chat. Prayer hands in the chat. Man, prayers. Okay, I got it. Lost all the boxing on deck. What's good, family? What is good with you, bro? I'll be going live tonight, Facts or Cap. Yeah, Island Taipan. The Island Taipan. What's going on, Trick? The Island Taipan. I forgot. Hey, I'm into nature too. I just know them motherfuckers are goddamn lethal. Trick on deck. What's good? Yeah, the Island Taipan, bro. He was over there goddamn spitting venom like a goddamn Island Taipan. A motherfucking baby Island Taipan. Because you know they don't know how to shut off the venom there, Trick. You think I ain't know that? They don't know how to shut the venom down. They bite your ass and they stay on that bitch. They don't know where to stop. That's Coach, man. Coach be biting the motherfuckers, dog. I'm feeling funny. All I was doing was tuning in the chat. I wasn't saying shit. I was just watching. But he's talking about the Wakanda niggas. That's you. That's why you got bit. For real? Oh, shit. I got to go to the hospital. This motherfucker start trying to suck the goddamn venom out, and they don't know where it's at. Why that motherfucker bit me up? Did he bite me on the neck, in the ear, the chest, the arm, the fingernail? God damn it, where that shit at? Hey, Trick, you know this nigga 24, man. Who is this nigga? He's been over here talking mad shit, man. He's mad just like the other aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? He's truly mad. I sent him to the room with all the rest of them at Trick. I sent them up there. 24, that's for you. I put the sign up there for you. Aerosexuals, go in the room, man, so y'all can all be together where it's nice and warm and cozy. Where it's nice and warm and cozy. Come on, man, I know. When you saw that room and you saw Aero in there, you said, oh, shit. Damn, that's where I always wanted to be. Whole bunch of dudes in the room together in the dark. Yeah, that's it. What's going on, Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More? What's good? One, what's good with you, bro? Toby on deck. If these Wakandans and aerosexuals did not have a double standard, they would not have a standard at all, fam. God damn. And I heard today when they was talking about triple standards. Triple standards, dog. Triple standards. If Terrence Crawford don't say shit, they mad. They say, oh shit. Kind of the same stuff that was going on with Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Terrence don't say anything, they mad. They upset. He don't do enough media. That's why he don't put butts in the seats. He ain't shit. He don't talk to nobody. He arrogant. He goddamn smug rather. You know what I'm saying? He's a belligerent individual. He don't say nothing. Egotistical narcissist. That's what they say. And then when he speaks, oh man, that shit he's saying, man, he ain't telling the truth, man. He ain't telling the truth. Fuck him, man. He ain't telling the truth. He get up here and say that shit, expect somebody to believe he can bring 50 million to the table. He ain't made 50 million in his career. So that just goes to show you, they actually believe the promoters are coming out their own pocket? Or did you not hear the information that Glazer put out there, that these same individuals ain't trying to really deal with them because they had some bad run-ins? You know what I'm saying? It's public record. It's not something I'm making up. And I've spoke to him about that before. You know what I'm saying? Promoters ain't going in their own pockets. They trying to use other people's money. You know what I'm saying? That's what rich people do in that position. Not everybody can be a promoter. No, that's not the way it works. Everybody can't be a promoter. Everybody can't even be a manager. Don on deck, what's good? Salute aerosexuals, always find a way to flip the truth. If Bud fights Arrow and stops Spence, if Bud fight Arrow and stop him, they will find a way to flip the reality. I don't care what reality they're going to flip. All I know is what I'm saying as far as the how they're introducing malicious information about him. They're coming up here, and every other day they have something more and more that's definitely swimming in that racial aquatic. You know what I'm saying? They're going against the current a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'll say these fools are going with the current. Oh no, they black. They going against the current. You know what I'm saying? They swimming in that motherfucker so much. It's dirty too. They're being the same shit they was complaining about if a white person did to them. That's exactly the actions that they're doing when it comes to Terrence Crawford. They're acting like they're prejudiced against their own kind. What does that consider? Reverse racism? What does that consider? Reverse racism or something like that? You're being racist against your own people. You feel that okay, in one standard, you can criticize another black person and talk about their nappy hair and all that shit because you're black. You're black. Just the way you would get mad if a white person called you the N-word, right? And added the hard on it. They held that shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll be up here, oh my God. Oh my God. They'd be blaming Rick Glazer if he was up there eating and he coughed and it sounded like he said the Coach, did you hear, Coach? He said the racial slur. They'll be up there trying to accuse him of shit, bro. I don't know how many people I done ran into, right? They try to be so mad at that man, but yet they don't talk. They don't talk about the common key component of why he come on these channels is that he has an extensive depth of history and experience, and a lot of information that he provides us is spot on. Spot on. Now, when I get people that hit me on the inbox and talk shit, I'm starting to direct them to Coach's channel for real. I was like, man, go hit his replay and goddamn talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? Walk into that furnace. You know what I'm saying? Go over there and play around in his chat. See, they come over here because I don't do the phone calls. I barely have a panel. No, fuck with him. See how you like that temperature. You know what I'm saying? Don't be over here biting your arm when that venom start to kick in. Don't be over here dropping shit in my DM talk about, I went over there. How do I take care of this? I feel a little woozy. My arm is changing colors. I don't remember seeing nothing bite me in the motherfucking arm. Shit. I'm breathing heavy now. I'm breathing. God damn. What is this, man? How can you run a channel like that? That shit is unsafe, dog. It's unsafe over there, dog. He told me, man. Somebody call 911, man. Please call 911. He tried to kill me, dog. He tried to kill me. This ain't right, man. That venom kicking in, so I'm fierce, dog. Man, come on. Them motherfuckers start doing paperwork. YouTube be like, sir, what are you saying? I'm saying I went over there to his chat and I got bit. You don't fucking understand me. I got bit. He told me to go over to his channel. I'm dying right now. My shit changing colors. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. I got dry mouth. My stomach hurting. I can barely breathe. God damn it. Oh, they ducking. Oh, yeah, they ducking. Quack, quack. Oh, they ducking, Michael. They ducking. Because they come up with everything under the sun, bro. They come up with everything under the sun. See, I put most of the ducking on Al Haymon because he didn't want to fight. Once again, the real ones understand. You know, y'all missed the point where it was said that the attorney came back and said that they continue to put obstacles up there. They really don't want to fight. They continue to make it more and more difficult. So when someone's trying to make a negotiation unattainable, well, guess what? People start to what? Retreat. When they retreat, it's not considered ducking. It's basically making a goddamn conscious decision to say this is pointless for me to carry forward. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's not ducking. So that's what Crawford did. He severed all ties and took his business elsewhere. So with him taking his business, he doesn't get to stay in the shade of misery. That time he took to try to go over there and make shit work and be an honest man, an honest black man at that. You know what I'm saying? One of the best boxers in the world. He told y'all that on his IG, but y'all didn't mention that shit. I didn't hear a lot of y'all talking about Spence was better than Terrence. I know they have to prove it in the ring. Real talk. I understand that. But he told y'all. So whatever you had to say, you should have said it while he was on live so it would be in the damn comments. That's all I'm saying. You should have told him that. But for him to go over there and look out for Spence, he didn't come in there strictly for himself, just like the PBC was doing. He came in there with the objective to potentially try to negotiate for both fighters, himself and Spence. It wasn't a motherfucking 80-20 type deal. It was 25 and 25 from a hedge fund. Al Haymon said, I don't want nobody else touching it. Why would you want to put a ceiling on it? Why would you want to put a ceiling on it? Why would you want to put a ceiling on it? Well, we don't know. Look, obviously Bud understands what a ceiling is. Because you're trying to send this man in there with what? Very minimal pay for the duties he has to carry out. You want that man to take the net pay on the back end. Is that not a ceiling? Or you done it so many times to your fighters that it's nothing to you. You're oblivious to what's going on. When you take the lid off the can, and you allow them to breathe, is that a ceiling? Or you saying, well, that's not really a ceiling, because if you really want to stand up, you can stand up and get out yourself. But you told them not to. You kept them in the trash. You don't want nobody else touching the deal? That's the same shit Eddie Hearns did to Anthony Joshua. When he requested $50 million, and they try to get that fight done, and Deontay say, fight me over in the States with no rematch. Good, let's go. The WBA quickly came out talking about a mandatory to shut that shit down. He don't have permission to think for himself. So all y'all coming up here with these narratives, man, you're not even looking at who's free and who isn't. He's confined, man. He's pretty much confined. He can't make any decisions. He lied. First of all, he lied and talking about he was his own boss. And that's not true. He's not his own boss, man. Y'all get mad at, I don't know what's going on with y'all niggas, man. What's going on with y'all, bro? Why y'all don't want to see other men in a situation where they supposed to be empowered? You know what I'm saying? They supposed to generate that respect from their own people and do business the correct way. Because these are the same niggas that's been around boxing for decades. They'll tell you, I've been around boxing for decades, dog. I know a lot of shit about boxing. But then you watch them talk about a situation like this, and they act like Terrence Crawford is doing something wrong. Like, he went in there as another black man looking out for another black man. He's winning as a black man, rather, looking out for another black man. And he said, I have 2 hedge funds behind me that's willing to put up 25 and 25. And all I hear are black voices out here talking reckless. They don't even want to identify the gesture. They don't want to identify it as him looking out for another brother that's on the opposite side. You know what I'm saying? The one that said he was his own boss. The one that said, yeah, I'm going to take the easy route. Why wouldn't I fight Sean Porter and all them other guys? He did it. And they still ain't happy over there. Because he already knew that they didn't want him to step in the ring with Terrence Crawford. It'll be too much of a tough fight for him to get it over with. Like, I was really hoping this fight take place this year. Because it's going to change the landscape of this YTC shit. You know what I'm saying? It's already changing as we know it. You have a lot of channels having to work overtime to do damage control. Them niggas are not freaking satisfied. They're scared, they anxious, they full of anxiety. And a nigga like me, all I do is come over here and speak to y'all for free. I'm giving you a free consultation. If you're going to talk about shit Terrence Crawford is doing business related to boxing, and you're trying to put him with a so-called mob, right? That's what you're saying. And nothing he tells you all on his IG Live about the way the negotiations went down, you don't believe none of that. What the fuck is Spence doing, though? Let's talk about Spence. If you don't like what Crawford's talking about, let's talk about Spence. Was he able, did he get permission? Was he given the green light to come and be a part of this? Did they call him up on a conference call? Why would Terrence Crawford have to lie about the current events? Why? Why would he have to do that, bro? Shout out to Boxing Conversation with Reggie Orange. Salute to you. Salute WCS. I tried listening to some other channels today, bro. It's sad out there. No, don't look at it as sad. It's just when you hear them, you have to listen. You have to listen, man. Don't listen with the intent that is biased information. Just listen to how stupid these individuals are. Like these grown adults talking that way as if they can't put it together. They'll call themselves hardcore boxing fans, but they'll listen to something. And even me, if Spence did something in these negotiations that I can say he did himself, and I think it was beneficial to Crawford. Let's just say Spence brought the $25 million to the table, and he was out there trying to negotiate in Crawford's behalf too, because Crawford doesn't have a promoter, right? So I would give him credit, just like I said. Well, I heard him on the audio, and he said he want to fight Crawford because it's a legacy fight. But then I turn around and listen to what Crawford have to say, and I'm saying, damn, commendable, bro. You trying to give this man his largest payday. Because what they're not going to tell you is that this man has not been making that big of guaranteed money at all. And who's to say he's gotten all his money on the back end? They know Crawford was getting a higher guarantee for Spence for a long time. But they don't want to make that the topic of discussion because it sways from their agenda. Facts power that PBC never had Crawford on radar, going way back to start. And then, they talking about his friends at the PBC told him to be careful. He doesn't have to have friends at the PBC that makes more than him. Were y'all mad at Canelo when he came over there and scooped up all that money? Were you mad at him? He didn't stay and sign with the PBC? You have to ask yourself, what is your focus in life when it comes to this boxing game? You wasn't sitting up there protesting Canelo Alvarez. You wasn't out there with your mobile phones lit with the flashlight on and walking and marching, trying to find Canelo. You wasn't doing that shit. Y'all niggas barely talk about him popping for Clenbuterol. That man came over to PBC, scooped that money, picked up the belt, and got the fuck on. But y'all sitting up here talking about Terrence because he ain't signed to the PBC? Well, y'all telling Canelo Alvarez to sign to the PBC? That's fucked up. You only scooped in and fought Caleb Plant and damn got the fuck up out of Dodge? No, you wasn't. You're too much of a coward to do that shit. Y'all really should see a gynecologist more often. Real talk. You can't go around here with yeast infections, man, and the shit start to damn come out your mouth. You really need to get that shit checked out, man. Come on, when you go to the doctor, you got to put your foot in the stirrups and all that shit. You should be used to it by now. I know y'all niggas used to it, man. I can tell the way you act out here. You probably took your girl there at one point in time. Oh, baby, go with me to the checkup. Go with me to the checkup. And then you start looking around when the doctor didn't come on, and then you in there with your girl. You start getting in the position that she was gonna get in. Hi, look, baby. That's funny, ain't it? And she up there saying the same shit. Oh, you gay, man. You doing some gay shit, man. What the fuck you doing, dog? What the fuck you doing? Why are you in that position, bro? What you think the doctor gonna say if he come in here and I got my feet up like that? What you think he gonna say, baby? Huh? Man, don't get me started, dog. Reggie say Rick Glace and Fred are the last two people in the gallows that I will ever listen to. Well, I think Rick say some good information. I think he put some good information out there. Real talk. I think he does, man. To be honest with you, Reggie. I've talked to him on the phone. And some things that he was saying on the phone, a lot of it was true. A lot of it was true, brother, for real. Shout out Andrew. Now, I don't listen to Fred like that to know what he's saying and what he ain't saying. But I know he was talking about Al Haymon called him up the other day, and he was giving a shout out to Al Haymon. So if Al Haymon hit Fred up, I don't have nothing to do with that. I said, all right, cool. They mended broken wings and Al hit him up. If Al hit him up, it is what it is. I don't listen to him like that to say yay or nay if he capping or not. I don't care. If Al hit him up, cool. That's all I gotta say. He said they looking like Samuel Jackson in 12 Years a Slave. Man, I'm telling you, these dudes are worse than that, bro. They're worse than that. The way they be talking about other black men, it's crazy, bro. Expert Genius on deck. What's good? Bruce Gas boxing, jazz and more. Salute, OG. How you feeling, brother? See how this conversation right here, the topics just get people riled up. Man, shout out to real Rick Glacer, man, doing the damn thing, man. I think some of his best interviews amongst this circle has been on Coach Malachi's channel. For real. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best interviews he's had in this circle. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo in the building. $5 super chat. On deck. What's good, Gumbo? He said Reggae Orange used to be Spence hater. Now he's a Bud hater. Hated it. What? I didn't know he was a goddamn Crawford hater. Hey, man. People gonna feel the way they feel. People gonna feel the way they feel, man. As long as it don't come this way, because I'm gonna support who I support, just like I supported Wilder, just like I support the Teofimo Lopez, the Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Jihad Tuckers. You know, I'm gonna support Chris Stevenson's. And what are y'all on? This conversation's got people cranked. For real. Look, man, I didn't see y'all at coaches. Real talk. I didn't see y'all over there at coaches shit spitting this venom, man. Look, let me get New Media Today, USA Boxing. When he over there pulling the pins on the grenades, I didn't see y'all run across the goddamn field. They up. I'm up. They see me, I'm down. I'm up. They see me, I'm down. I didn't see y'all doing those damn routines. Remediating those drills. I didn't see y'all doing it. Coach, okay, I'm running. I'm up. He see me, I'm down. I'm up. He see me, I'm down. I didn't see that shit when them grenades was flying. I didn't see it, dog. I didn't see it. For real. I don't see it, man. The furnace door is wide open. Glazier been in the game for years. Proof is in the gumbo. Prove him wrong. That's what I'm saying. Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? He was on Fred's show with Bill Haney that time and talked about the dudes in New York. He didn't get no reply. They didn't shut him down. He didn't say, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, what's going on? What we talking about? What we talking about? What's going on, Major Key? How you feeling, bro? Expert in the building. Salute to you. Rick even lied on my name. Then when I checked him respectfully, he blocked me. Hey, Michael, wasn't you the one? Look, Michael, let's not talk about Rick. Wasn't you the one on IG saying World Combat Sports was the one who was pushing something? No, that was Twitter. I couldn't believe you was over there trying to link me up to something that had nothing to do with me. Somebody who came on Michael, I know that wasn't you on Twitter, dog. Trying to link me up with a situation I had nothing to do with. You know who's pushing this? World Combat Sports. I was like, damn, dude. It happens on here. I know. You know, whatever freaking, communication or respect you thought somebody had for you as a content creator, that shit go out the window over fighters that they never met, bro. Like most of the people I support I met them in real life. I met them. A lot of y'all cats on here, you never met them. So even when others don't support them, I can't be in the same space you in, because when I seen them, they ain't never fucked me over like that. I never been to a point where I'm saying, well, I had a real bad experience. We had words and this, that, and the other. No, I can't. Not even. I haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? It's more people on here that you will have contentious relationships with just from communicating online rather than boxers in person. It would be more back and forth verbal jousting via social media on here with people that most of the time haven't even seen the fighter in person with a credential around their neck. That is facts, man. And then they'll tell you, fuck that. I don't want to cover no fights anyway. I just want to, go and watch the fight whenever I feel like. Okay, so stop talking like you cover fighters. Stop talking like you in the front lines. Stop talking. Don't be so invested and full of vitriol, right? And come on here and speaking like you had a physical confrontation with somebody. You can't be that mad at somebody from a remote distance, bro. What the fuck is going on with y'all? You that angry about somebody who's a remote distance? Like, these dudes have to go to freaking fight camp, take the punishment, train, tear their bodies down, build them back up, get ready, trying to sustain injury-free camp, go in the ring and compete. Not just compete anywhere, compete at the highest level now, because they already been at the bottom. They had the 4 rounders, 6 rounders, the 8 rounders, 10 rounders, 12 rounders. And then we on here with 0 rounds as a professional. But yet we go in rounds with people that have never met these fighters in person at all, bro. Y'all never met them. I mean, some of y'all never met them in person. So me, since I have met a lot of fighters in person, I do take what I've experienced or whatever. I do take what I experienced, and then, you know, I think for myself first and foremost. First and foremost, I think for myself. But I was just wondering why they weren't, talking about this shit right here. Why y'all didn't bring up Terrence Crawford meeting Warren Buffett and say, oh, they was laundering money. You know what I'm saying? Why I never heard that shit? You know we use on Twitter. That was your Twitter handle, bro. You were saying World Combat Sports is the one pushing all this. You know what I'm saying? You know what you put on Twitter, bro. Because I responded to you and I say, man, what are you doing? Why would you put that? Why would you say that? What are you doing? Just look at your Twitter, bro. Weeks ago, several weeks ago. That's all. Families have been torn apart due to Spence versus Crawford. Not over here. I don't know what family that is. Listen, if you're up here arguing and yelling and screaming and kicking and slamming your computer up against the wall and shit, running outside, you know what I'm saying? Playing duck, duck, goose with traffic because you want to live on the edge, because you done lost your sanity talking about Spence Crawford. You trying to go up to the roof and say, you know what? It's time to end it all. God damn it. Jump off your motherfucking roof and goddamn break both of your knees in half. Coming here. Hey, man, somebody jumped me, man. They had on a Bud shirt, man. And I said, man, no, it's big fish. And it's big fish time and all that. It's strap season and all that. They got mad. Man, stop. Get out of here. Stop lying, dog. You know what you said. Damn, who did Reggie piss off? They coming in here in a motherfucking squad, a platoon, a battalion. Experts said Bud moved to fight for this year. Bud moved to a fight for this year since the PBC pushed the date back to 2023. What was he supposed to do? Sit there and wait for Al to finally green light it? Boxing conversation with Reggie Owens. I totally agree with you, man. What was he supposed to do? If he's able to be his own, boss, because he left Top Rank, right? And he's out here independent with his team. What's wrong with him taking a stance and trying to negotiate for himself? The most hypocritical piece of information that you're going to hear is these same individuals acting like he isn't supposed to stand up for what he did. Because when he was over there with Bob, they was calling him Top Rank Toby. They was calling him goddamn everything under the book. He was working for a slave master and all this shit. That's what they were saying. He was working. He was doing everything for the plantation. The man leaves and say he's going to file a lawsuit. And they turn on Bud. That's how blind these niggas are. They don't even know why they hating on him. They just want to hate on everything that he does. You was mad because he was with Top Rank. He leaves and say, if he didn't get me to fight while I was signed with him, he ain't going to get it while I'm not with him. He leaves and file a lawsuit, right? These are the same people who are always saying racial shit themselves. They support members who call other black men niggers, right? That's niggers with an ER, right? So he leaves and they file a lawsuit. They get mad. Oh, he fucked up. He fucked up. He's stupid for that, right? The lawsuit goes away. He drops that, right? In between time, we waiting for Errol Spence and Udenis Ugas to step in the ring. He gets out. He said that he didn't get the paperwork to August, but these cats up here talking about he had the paperwork right after Errol Spence got out the ring. Like negotiations took place right after Errol got out the ring and all this other shit. He sat on the paperwork. If you believe that shit, you're stupid. You're stupid. You're just wasting what God blessed you with, bro. Because regardless of when he received the paperwork, I'm pretty sure Arrow had to get situated after that fight with Ugas. And then whenever Al Haymon allowed the paperwork to be sent, which Crawford is talking about August, that's a short window for everything to get signed. You think you're going to send it to him with a short window so you can rush the man and have him sitting up here? Damn, what should we do since he don't have no promoter? So let me get back to this. He drops a lawsuit. Y'all dog him out for then putting a lawsuit on Bob Arum, a promoter that you don't support. You don't support him. He's all bad for boxing from y'all. Y'all don't support the white man. That's what you did. You don't support the white man. You want to support the black man over here. So y'all go over there and tell him, oh man, you want to fight Spence. He's the A side. He deserves 50%, this, that, and the other. We heard all that bullshit toilet water that you was drinking. So you want that man to go over there and just stand there at the mercy and wait for the orders to be given on what to do. He just then opened the door, hand in a paper and say, sign this right here. And Crawford said, where the rest of the contract there, Al? You don't need that. Just sign right here. Okay, Al, I trust you. And he signed and goddamn locked himself into a 12-fight deal worth goddamn $5.50. Oh, Al, that ain't right. That's unfair. You did me like that. Y'all niggas on here. See, Bud's stupid, man. I always knew he didn't know business. For him to go over there and just sign that contract without having an attorney look at it, that's stupid. These would be the same motherfucking niggas that Coach talking about, man. But for me, they're the bum boxing community, dog. A group full of bums. For you to be that mad at a man that you want him to go sign anything that Al Haymon presents after everything you heard in the media, them dragging their feet, Thurman being in the mix. I talked to the OG at PBC, right? And he told me about the $25 million. And when he told me that, I was like, he told me that weeks ago, right? I was like, I'm definitely not going to put that out there because there's no way I can get people to even believe anything about it unless it's spoken on. But he was telling me, he was going through it. He said, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like they love to say, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. No, for real, he was saying, this is what's going on. 25 million is out there for both. This particular person is trying to push it through Al Haymon, which Al Haymon, he's not going to have full control if he does take it like he wants. That's going to kind of release him off getting his piece of the pie, the 33rd and the 3rd%. So in reality, Al Haymon trying to keep the fight in-house so he can recoup some of this money. You know, because he's not able to just go up here and overpay fighters that was up here talking about they living good over there at PBC. Them days have expired, homie. These dudes ain't talking about that. How much do you want how much do you want the people that don't look like us to respect us? Not just in the boxing game, but in life in general. And when y'all up here talking as crazy as you are about other black people, don't bring me into this shit. What I said is public record. I don't get into all the personal shit. But I'm saying, how do you want them to treat us? If we used to go into war with one another internally and quick to call somebody bitch ass nigga and all this hoe and all that other shit that's been out here forever and a day, then you shouldn't get mad at the white listeners, the Hispanic listeners that want to hop up on the panel and say nigga. You know, nigga, I was thinking, right? Oh, hold up. Whoa. Who are you? What's your ethnicity, son? Oh, well, my daddy black and my mama white, but I identify as black. Is that cool with you? As I was saying, nigga, whoa, you're not fully black to be saying that. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit, bro. As fucked up as y'all treating, y'all ain't talking about him and Warren Buffett. Did y'all have a problem with him taking a picture with the richest man in the world? One of them. Did y'all have a problem with that? But y'all want to mention Daniel Cunningham. Find a picture out here if you have it. I want to see a picture with Terrence Crawford taking a picture at lunch, at the bar, in the gym, something. I'm not talking about a juxtapose. I'm talking about a motherfucking picture with him goddamn hugging Danny Cunningham, taking a picture, or standing beside him taking a still. Because I just showed you all the other people that's out there. Yeah, it's your same handle out there, Michael. But it ain't no big deal. If you don't remember, you don't remember, bro. If you don't remember, you remember. But it's on Twitter. Excuse me. Yeah, Top Rank Toby. And niggas, look, black channels getting together and calling that man Top Rank Toby. And they the same one up here trying to goddamn teach their kids, teach their kids about roots and having them look at roots and everything. And their kids like, why did they chop off his foot, Papa? Because he was fucking up. He didn't want to comply. That's what happened when you don't comply. You get your foot chopped off. Come on, bro. He said, WCS, these cats are my lightweights. I'm talking about the delusion characters in the chat. I don't know what, you see how the situation happens with Crawford and Spence? I don't know who you supporting before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But they seem to be, I missed out on that. I don't know where did it all go down? For real, where did all this go down? I missed out on all this. Was it Free Smoke Friday, Saturday, Sunday? When did all this go down? Where was the smoke at? I don't get it. I wasn't there for that. I'm curious. Experts say, Reggie, they don't even have a date for 2023. They said February, but told Spence January. Take that as you may. Hey, that's all we trying to get across, man. It's information is out there. Why act like you're illiterate? I'm talking about to the channels that was out here pushing this shit. Like, why you act like you want to damn reduce your literacy? If you know you're an intelligent individual, why get all those people on your panel? All y'all are talking the same. Y'all are talking about this man as if it's personal. Like, real talk. You talking like that shit is fucking personal. Y'all making it about race and you black. So the next time a white individual get on there, a Hispanic individual, and they drop that N-bomb on your ass, always go back to my video when BFTB called me a nigger. Don't correct them because y'all didn't correct him. Y'all didn't correct him. What did I do for him to call me that? What could I have done for him to call me a nigger? Another black man from the South. And y'all didn't correct him not once. So get the fuck out my face with all that shit holding them down and blacks up here going to war with a boxing channel and boxing information. It's crazy, bro. Y'all didn't correct him. Y'all niggas be kissing his ass and shit, no? I don't want to hear none of that. Y'all niggas be kissing that. And he called me a nigger. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Now what? Don't let me remind y'all. Don't let me remind y'all. Y'all want to sit up here and correct everybody else. But if it's a white person, Hispanic, whoever, if they get on there and start dropping that nigga, don't get mad at them. Don't get mad. Don't kick them out. Now the chat don't fuck with them. because you had a black man sit up here and call another black man a nigger and say, yeah, I said it. Y'all niggas ain't correcting them. Y'all ain't correcting him. You know, don't act like you're scared. Y'all ain't saying shit, dog. I'm just saying. They be steadily trying to be, oh, that's my dude, that's my dude, that's my dude. But he called another black man a nigger, though. Nigger. That's what was said. That shit don't bother me. I'm just saying it bothers me that we have what we have going on in the YTC with Crawford and the Deontay Wilder, too. They hated him just as bad. But with Crawford, though, he's showing you that he's willing to make moves and nothing is working. Like the triple standard that they talked about. He's not saying nothing, you hate him. He says something, you hate him. You know what I'm saying? You try to debunk everything that he says. When he's not talking, you hate him. When he says something, you hate him. You hate him as a person. How is this supposed to come to a resolution? That's all I'm saying. Man, y'all done got Reggie started. It might be a video coming. Hey, man, I'm telling you, Reggie be relentless over there with the videos. I missed the whole party. Hey, Blunts, where did all this go down, man? I missed it. Where did all this go down? I'm just, look, it's clueless. I'm clueless to what y'all talking about. I'm just seeing it play out in my chat. I'm clueless to this shit, bro. I'm clueless. Well, then, he chased the wrong time to jump out the window. That is true. 2023, a month away from December. But now let me ask you, are you going to dress up fuckery for a fight that was supposed to be happening this year? I don't know if anybody should even be talking about the dates. It's already set in stone that they wasn't having the fight this year. So therefore, you know how they say stop pocket watching? Well, we can't sit up here and act like we should be concerned with BOK Prime possibly will be given Terrence. It don't matter if it's 5 million, 8 million, 10 million. If he's getting his money over there this year, and then they turn around and fight in March or April, so be it. Y'all still gonna tune in because it's Terrence motherfucking Bud Crawford. And you're still going to pay attention to what he's got going on. You're still going to be talking about if this shit happens. Because look, this is another thing, right? Let me do this for you. This is another thing that we need to talk about, right? With BOK Prime, all they're talking about is you can't buy tickets. You can buy the pay-per-view, I believe, but the tickets ain't on sale yet. They lose their mind. The tickets ain't on sale. A son of a bitch. God damn it. BOK Prime don't have the tickets on sale. But listen, this is where the hypocrisy come in at. Hold down right quick. Peep this out, though. They're getting on BOK Prime because the tickets are not on sale. So I'm asking these channels that are associated with a certain group that has Blue Blood as a member, right? Why aren't y'all asking him? He's supposed to be the silent partner. He's supposed to be the talent agent. Why y'all ain't asking him? Why would y'all dare come over here and talk about BOK don't have ticket sales, but yet Blue is right there? Y'all want to hype him up and talk about, oh man, we want to see him win. He's a part of a big deal. So let's not be picky. Let's not shuckle. What they call it, shuck and jive and shit. Let's not two-step on the motherfucking topic. If he is saying he's a silent partner, which the last time I checked, you got to have some type of monetary, you know what I'm saying, to be a silent partner, else your ass just silent. You ain't a motherfucking partner. Why y'all not asking him about the shit? Why y'all not asking him about the tickets? See, that's where I'm telling you, I have to keep my foot on the gas, keep the boots, drive the heels to the ground, and keep marching forward on these niggas. Because you sitting up here acting like somebody's doing something historic off the YTC. But y'all going to sit up here and blame Crawford for signing with BOK Prime and saying, where the tickets at. Oh, they business license. See, when you use other people's content, at least credit them. The first person I heard talk about no business license will get the smoke. Other people will take that content and don't even credit the source for where they got it from because they don't give a fuck. If it's somebody in their group, they'll be quick to give them credit. But if somebody that really, they don't want to get credit to is not associated with the group, then they don't give them shit. But peep this out. They want to blame Terrence Crawford for signing with BLK and get mad about the ticket sales, but yet, just the other time you was putting posts out here about Blue Blood being all involved. Why can't you ask him? He just had Avanesium's manager on his dang show, right? So either you a silent partner of talent acquisition or not. If you have contact with the people, ask them when the tickets are going to be on sale so you can goddamn tell the people. The fuck are we talking about, bro? You only going to use him to put the accolades out there? Ooh wee, he's a part of the historic event over here on goddamn YTC. He ain't above no YTC. The fuck y'all talking about? He gets the opportunity to go up there and be a part of something cool. I ain't mad at none of that. Only thing I comment on in an aggressive manner is the fact when people try to bloviate shit. They try to put themselves at a hierarchy when there's other channels out here doing big things too. There's other channels that's attached. It's other channels that's really into boxing, making moves. I don't see it. I don't see the progress. Like, there's people out here that's attached to boxing promotions all day, every day. What does that mean, dog? What does that mean? Why are y'all getting mad at Bud Crawford for signing with BLK, and then y'all say the tickets ain't sale? Y'all get mad at him again. That's the dumbest shit ever, ain't it? But what about Blue? Ask Blue Blood Sports Cheyenne when the tickets are going on sale. Don't run around the motherfucker. Ask him. You linked up with these guys, right? That's your partners, right? We hear you talk about it all the time, right? So when the ticket's gonna be on sale, dog? Don't blame Bud. Bud is the boxer. He's not working for the streaming service, like it was said that Blue was. Why aren't y'all asking the person that you have access to on YouTube? Ask him, man. That's as easy as it gets. Ask him. See what he has to say. See what the timeline is like. See what the forecast. See what he's saying, bro. Once you got your popcorn out here kicking back, man, they're going in, man. Who said there was the battlegrounds? God damn. I hung with 12 legendary boxers this weekend. 9 were black. I didn't hear the N-word once. These were the baddest cats on the planet. I heard about that, Bruce. Shout out to you, man, for that experience. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's really so much the boxers there, Bruce. I think just like the sport of boxing, the YTC is unregulated when it comes to people speaking on authentic information, like being genuine about it. They take sides too much on the YTC. So it's like wars is not even considered a part of boxing. It's just all little different parts of them not liking the way a boxer look, them not liking the way a boxer talks. It's always this, that, and the other, bro. What car they drive. It's never about what they doing in life. Them taking care of their kids. Them coming in here in the hurt business and make a living. You know what I'm saying? Them staying injury free enough to go back in there and fight another day and make some money. You know what I'm saying? What they contributing to the sport. Building up their legacy. These niggas ain't talking about that shit. They don't want to talk about that shit, man. They want to rumble. They want to get on this motherfucking and have full of controversy. A full-fledged controversial freaking Verbal war on this bitch. Yeah, we also trees and water in nature. Them dusty ass. Damn, dog. Andrew go. Oh my god, I know I'm lost. If Andrew going in, I'm sorry. I know I'm motherfucking lost, dog. I am lost. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am lost, man. Timothy Smith let y'all know early this year. Thurman also told y'all he'd be fighting Spence at the end of the year as well. The PBC been dropping clues since the first quarter of this year. Facts. Real talk. It's facts, man. For real. Damn. Can't we all? Nah, you ain't gonna hear me say that. And they gonna buy not one ticket. I know they not. They're not gonna go over there. Not look. Who said that? Willie. Check this out. Willie said they ain't gonna buy one ticket. He right. They're not even gonna buy a ticket to Omaha, Nebraska, because they feel there's no nightlife that they can go over there and enjoy themselves. It's gonna be alcohol served somewhere for the Spencerholics, but goddamn it, they feel like Omaha, Nebraska. Nah, I don't want to do that. That's Terrence Crawford. See, they're not going out there to support the fight card just because Blue is somehow associated or attached to the streaming to the company. No, they're not going to support the fight because Crawford is getting all this airplay, and they even giving him more airplay on the YTC. But they're trying to drown it out, like to put a cloud over it, when they should be boosting it up. You know what I'm saying? They just playing. I'm still waiting on my apology too. I'm still waiting on my apology. I'm due an apology. I was called a racial slur by another black man. I deserve an apology. Oh shit. Damn, what the hell? It's an all-out full-blown war in this motherfucker. Nobody has told me where did this all come from, dog. God damn, dog. What in the hell? Damn. Why? Where is this? This is just boxing with me. But you're looking like food out here with that crazy talk. Damn. I think the Bud BLK Prime promo just dropped. Where you see that at, bro? You see that on YouTube? Let me see. I don't know why certain people dropping it. Okay, I see it. Let me see what he's talking about. I see a lot of y'all scoop that up already. It's funny how a lot of y'all ain't Crawford supporters, but you sure enough scooped up that BLK Prime promo. They showed up, scooped up that BLK Prime because that's what Crawford do. He got these motherfuckers out here talking, bro. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? It was a short promo that's already out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Crawford. And another topic I want to talk about, like, you know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is pretty much calling Errol Spence out to basically justify what he's talking about. If anything he said that was a lie, you know what I'm saying? Anything he said that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? I posted this up here earlier. You know what I'm saying? And he's pretty much putting it out there and putting Errol Spence on the carpet, standing on the carpet. Anybody know? You know what I'm saying? That's where you got to address your troubles in the court. You know, you got anything to talk about, they say bring it to the carpet. But he say, I'm pretty sure if anything I said was a lie at Errol Spence would have been said something by now. He was watching my live, but he knows what's real, but there's things he might not know or knew because he's not the one at the table like me myself is. I mean, I haven't heard anything come out about that at all. At all. I haven't heard anything from Errol Spence to come out here and refute it. I haven't heard any of that shit, y'all. So, like I thought, Terrence Crawford is out here telling the truth. He's being genuine about the work that he was putting in to try to make this fight happen, and really he was behind enemy lines, man. He was in a lose-lose situation. He came in there, and you would think he'd be able to win, but if you having somebody that's stubborn like Al Haymon, he wants all the money for himself, and he knows that he doesn't have confidence in Errol Spence, he's not going to make that fight with Terrence Crawford. I get it. It's business. You never can forget that boxing is a business, people. Boxing is a business. This is no different. This fight right here is no different. It's a business. But it's a fight that a lot of fight fans wanted to see. We wanted to see this fight forever. There's been so many damn lives, so many hours invested in there. We wanted to see the shit. And we're no closer. We just got grown ass adults over here talking about, oh, he should have waited through Christmas into the New Year's to see what dang team Spence wanted to do, to see what Al Haymon wanted to do. You get over here and you don't wait it, and then they finally come out, oh no, we're gonna fight somebody else. And then they're going to try to put out, Spence going to come out with another, oh, my weight, oh, my God, I got bubble guts, man. Maybe if I go in here and take a shit, man, I'm going to be able to make weight at 147. Oh, my weight. I've been in this division forever. Oh, my weight. Man, we ain't got time for that shit, dog. This dude got more excuses. For real. But what I'm looking forward to is to get more answers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, to get more answers and see when Errol Spence is pretty much going to come out and show us that he is living and he is, you know, he has something to say about this. If not, it's not going to look good, man. It's not going to look good, for real. It's not going to look good, real talk. It's not going to look good, people. We just want to make sure that when it comes down to both fighters, I'm pretty sure if they do make the fight next year, I'm almost here to say that none of these fighters, neither Crawford or Spence, is gonna get $25 million. Like they could have right here. They could have got paid pretty good, but you know, Al Haymon being stubborn, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. I commend Crawford for putting the shit out there that he tried to make the fight, but they just don't want the fight to happen. They're not comfortable in Errol Spence getting the job done. Real talk. This shit went viral, and it just goes to show you how popular Crawford is to the real mainstream boxing fans. That goofy shit that's going on over there with Team Spence, you see it play out in front of you, man. These motherfuckers just mad for no reason. It's not even boxing anymore. They just mad because they just want something to talk about. This man making moves. He's trying to get the fight made, and they up here trying to put him with Daniel Cunningham. Nigga, nobody ain't talking about that shit. Nobody's talking about that shit, bro. Nobody's talking about any of that. We're talking about boxing. We're talking about trying to get this fight made. We're talking about him being with BLK Prime and getting that shit off the ground for whoever's attached to it, and see what it turns into. He's with them for one fucking fight. One fight. So let's see how it goes down. Seriously. Let's see how the shit goes down. There go the link. I dropped the link out there, man. Y'all doing all that typing in the chat. Y'all can get on the y'all can get up on the panel and handle that shit, dog. Y'all doing all that typing in the chat, dog. Y'all sitting up here tearing them damn home keys up. Destroying them, man. For real. Y'all on a typing rampage today. What's going on, Mr. Pass? Y'all on a typing rampage today, man. There go the link. I put the aspirin out there. I put the oh, what a relief. You know what I'm saying? I put that out there. What's going on, Blunts? How you feel, bro?
I'm feeling good, OG. How you feeling?
I'm just trying to find out what the hell going on in the chat.
Hey, me too. And the reason I pressed the link is so nobody got to feel uncomfortable pressing that motherfucker right after me. So y'all feel free to go ahead and press that link and elaborate, because I'm a little lost as to how everything transpired in the chat as well.
Yeah, I'm curious myself, man. Okay, thanks for sending me that promo. I seen it. I seen
better
it.
stop playing with Reggie, dog. Reggie one of them ones, dog. They don't know. Hey, if Reggie, if you in here, man, go ahead, hop up real quick, dog.
I don't know what's expert genius in the building. Salute.
What's good? What's good?
I'm good, man. Do you have any info on what the YouTube war, another YouTube war, a civil war is happening?
Nah, it's my brother Reggie. He has a difference of opinion of what's going on with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, and he got a lot of people warned. Like I said in the chat, me and him was just having a conversation. All the other stuff, I don't know where that came from.
I just wish that.
Hey, your mic is real low, Blunts. I can't hear you at all. Real talk. I can't hear you at all, brother.
I can barely hear him.
Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all was in the chat, man. Click the link. Y'all doing all that typing, and then I dropped the link. Motherfuckers want to stay in the chat. Y'all doing all that typing. The panel is less energy. The panel is less energy. That's all. I'm just curious as to what's going on. I'm trying to be nosy. So when did this live take place? Yesterday, the day before yesterday, or what?
To be honest, I don't know.
Or it's just been ongoing?
It's been ongoing.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I think since the audio, no, not since the audio, but since Bud moved on to fight David, it's like when everybody got their feelings. And
well, it's nothing to get their feelings about, man.
It's a lot of misinformation going on out there. Everybody's picking what side.
I don't see you in the chat, whoever you are. I don't see you in the chat, man. Pop your camera on. I don't see you in the chat. Who is MUBT and more? I don't know nothing about that. I don't see
MUBT.
you comment in the chat. Who are you? Pop the camera on, bro.
Hey, face check.
I can't even see you, bro. I can't even see who you are.
Or type your name in the private chat, man. Who are you,
I don't
bro?
know. I can't even hear what you're talking about. What's good, bro? What's your name?
Man, you
What's your
saw the icon, bro. You know it's Michael Johnson, man.
I didn't know that was you. I didn't know that was your shit, man. I'm used to seeing Michael Johnson boxing talk.
Oh, because that should be hella long on here. So I got to
Okay,
show
I
you.
got you.
Salute,
So you
salute,
see,
salute.
hey, so what's the deal there, Mike? That when you on Twitter?
Oh, it was me. I was talking about you with the aerosexual shit, with the
Oh,
LDBC. That's what I meant.
oh, I didn't know, man. I was like, damn, like every now and then I pop on Twitter. I don't see everything that goes on there. I'm mostly heavy on IG and YouTube, but so what's the deal, man? What's the heat? What do you disagree with Crawford, bro?
Oh, I mean, the only thing with me is like very long time ago, when I was in the trenches, in the LDBC, uh, I was on Smoke City Mobcast, and I said that
Yeah,
they was both ducking. That's years ago. That's like two,
yeah.
3 years ago. I said that, and I got jumped on. But now, as I'm looking at it and stuff like that, I just think that it's just a business. You got people. You had one dude within the PBC saying, uh, there's no money for the fight. Then you got these other cats and these other little spots saying this and that in the business, saying this and the third. And it's just kind of like, man, I'm staying out of this shit, man, because a little bit because at the end of the day, you got too much money floating around, and it seems like it all boils down to one dude.
Do you believe that when he talk about the 25 and 25, do you believe Terrence Crawford?
I take his word for it, but it's nothing I can trust and verify. But I take his word for it. If he's, you know what I'm saying? If he could come out there and prove it some way, shape, or form, but I'm pretty sure the people who putting up the money don't want their name put out there like that. And plus, it's not his business to say.
Correct. Like what I was saying is, I just asked you, did you believe it? But you told me, say, you don't have no reason not to take his word. I feel the same way because I feel like, why would he even come up there and talk about numbers like that just for fun? And he's not going to really mention the names itself. If the money would have been verified, if Al Haymon would have said yes, and the money's verified, then it would have been Terrence Crawford made the fight. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford. So we can stop sitting up here thinking that he ain't worthy to do shit except go up there and punch and shut up. If he would have made the motherfucking fight with 25 for him, 25 for Arrow, I think that was commendable for him as a man and a fighter.
It's funny because I heard like a month and a half ago, I don't know if it was Steven Espinoza or somebody came out and said that Spence, wanted 25 million. And I don't know if he was referencing to what Bud just said yesterday, but from what they said like a month and a half ago, Spence wanted it.
See, I
Well,
thought that was my bad. Go
my,
ahead.
my, my well, go ahead. I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was just gonna say I thought that was going on way like earlier on back when it was still hot outside. We was hearing about all that 20 million, 20 million. So I do believe that
No,
maybe that was a part of that 25
no,
million
no.
he brought
See,
up.
no, that was people saying that. Oh no, Bud is asking for too much. He's asking for 20
Yeah.
million.
Right.
But like I said, I think it was Steven Espinoza. He came out and he wasn't talking about Bud asking for 25 million. For 20 million. He said that Spence, Spence wanted 25 million, and Bud was going to settle for 20 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they
And
just didn't. They didn't have the money, to push that through.
no, I don't think they actually knew the premise, like where the source of the money was coming from.
Yeah.
I think they kind of put it out there in the 20s, but it was never coming from PBC. It was coming from Bud. He just didn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that came from the 25. Came from Bud, but I'm talking about like the when people were saying that Bud was pricing itself out. You know, asking for 20 million. Once, like you said, that didn't come from the PBC. That came from YouTube content creators.
Yeah. And then they were saying he didn't deserve it and shit like that. But then he go out here and have hedge fund to support him, and then they want to shut him down for even bringing the money. And these niggas don't have nothing good to say about him trying to get Spence 25 million. Because
And I
Al
think
Haymon shut it down, they look the other way and say, "Oh, that money wasn't real. He couldn't make that shit happen." No, talk about what Al Haymon's being stubborn and don't want to make the fight happen. Want to sit up here and say, "Why would you want to put a ceiling on there?" After he said, "I don't want nobody else touching it." You
and I
said it.
and I think Al said that because in a way I think that 25 million that would have came for Bud and Spence, I don't think Al
He
then
would
would
have
have
got
got a piece of that.
he would have got it off Arrow because Arrow signed to him. He would have got it off Arrow.
That's
Yes, he would.
10%.
It don't matter. He would have got his piece of the slice.
Yeah, it's 2.5. Ain't no wrong with that.
10%. That's 33rd and a third, homie.
That's a third
That's
of a
a third
third
of
of
a
a
third of a
third.
third.
Yeah. And less than 1%. A third of a third of a third, less than 1%, dog.
Hey,
I'm just saying, like,
hey, look, this is what I heard, man. I heard it was put like this, right? That Bud tried to buy the fight from PBC. Essentially, the B side tried to become the A side, and the A side was like, no. And
gamesmanship. Gamesmanship, dog.
you know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, though? If you can't make the fight, he's not trying to buy the motherfucking company. So check this out. People go to purse bid all the time. Was Top Rank up here tripping when Teofimo Lopez took shit to purse bid?
And Triller won.
But is
Yeah,
this purse bid though?
and Triller won, and Top Rank just said, okay, all right, TL wanted to do this, this, and this. But yeah, he still signed with Top Rank, and he has a Bud Light sponsor. Why not all the backlash for that shit?
Hey, is BLK just the distribution?
They're not a promotion.
Their whole
So
app,
it's
man, they like
They're
Netflix and
streaming.
all that. That's what they like, but yeah, you can say what they kind of like a distribution because they got a lot of they got some movies on there you never heard of. You know what I'm saying, from different countries from all over the world. Um, but I never used the app. I just took a hot little gander. It don't look too bad. But it is what it is. I mean, you got to start somewhere, but you got to clean some of your you got to clean some of the your background up. You know what I'm saying? You got to clean some of that stuff up because you can have all the money in the world doesn't mean people want to do business with you.
True.
Hey, the caveat for what you said, I'm glad you said you got to start from somewhere. I was hearing that a lot, right? When I was talking about the situation, the infamous meeting at 7-Eleven and all that shit. And then I was on record. I say, okay, the encounter did happen, but it wasn't talking about no motherfucking business and no 7-Eleven. But this my thing. If they're gonna say that, hey, why don't you try to uplift and help the freaking company that's owned by black people? That's what they saying. It's owned by black people. Everybody gonna have hiccups, boom, 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 and all that. Help them, support them, and all that shit. But then, if you get somebody like Bud that's up here saying, okay, I'm with this company that's trying to get off the ground. They signing and making a big deal about Adrian Broner, David Avanesian, and all this other shit. If he's trying to take charge and trying to scoop the fight up to make it worth something, that people come out and not only support it in his hometown, but support it via pay-per-view, I don't see anything wrong with that, bro. Like, if you're trying to help a company get off the ground and you're an elite fighter on the pound-for-pound list, what's wrong with that? It ain't shit wrong with it if you can get the money.
Yeah.
But
Nothing
see,
but
what about when Bud said if these people if they make their money back? So what happens if they don't make their money back?
He said if they make their money back, they'll get a percentage on the back end. That money he was talking about was
80-20.
guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. That was guaranteed money that they was gonna get.
So what about the cost to put on the event and the fight and all that and promote it and all? I mean, like, what about all the
BLK,
cost in that? Is it 50?
BLK. Oh, you're right. That's something that we totally not understanding because BLK is a streaming service, so they're not a promotion. So I guess look, they're gonna have to figure this out this month. You know what I'm saying? Because they just put the promo out, so they're gonna have to figure out who's gonna be promoting the fight. But they are not promoters. They have very look. They have very deep pockets though.
They got somebody on there. They got a promoter on there. I forget the guy's name, but there's a promoter on there.
He must have just came on recently.
Probably like a week ago.
So they finally got a promoter. The tickets probably be going on sale this month. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, why aren't y'all asking Blue about the tickets? You're trying to act like this is a historic case of him putting a fight together. Why get mad at Crawford for trying to bring money from a hedge fund to make the fight not only for himself but for Spence too? But yet you ain't asking Blue shit. Blue said he was attached to all this. So get on the phone and talk to these people. Call Dez up and ask Dez, do you have an idea, a window of when the ticket's gonna go on sale, man? So I can tell the people.
And that's crazy because I was on I watched E Thriller's live yesterday, and
yeah, shout out to E Thriller, man.
Yeah, nobody talked about how Bud, tried to get $25 million for himself and Spence. Only thing I heard was who the fuck do he think he is?
Correct.
Well,
like,
yeah,
what?
just hate. All they did was hate and say, "No, he lying. No, he lying. No, he lying." But everybody else telling the truth.
Well, there's a couple things with this that I see. It's like there's a lot of people out there already know how to find Blue Blood. Either by phone number or hitting him up via one of these social media platforms or his email address to get in contact with somebody at BLK Prime, or somebody in there that's dealing with the fight to talk about some stuff. And even when Blue Blood made his video, did the video with Adrian Broner, and it didn't matter what video it was. A lot of people just snatched this shit, put it on their channel, and got more views than him. And it's kind of like nobody really wanted to go to the source. They wanted to hear it from other people. You know what I'm saying? But in like 2 days, millions of new boxing fans, millions, or probably 100 million of boxing fans. I don't know how many views this BLK Prime videos has been getting on social media, and the analytics on it, via Google search and Twitter and Instagram and all these things. Millions of motherfuckers found out who BLK Prime is. Millions have probably already downloaded the damn thing on anticipation so they could be the fucking first one to say some shit about him. You know what I'm saying? You got all these private public detectives out here right now on BLK Prime, but nobody want to see how many times Bob Arum went bankrupt. Nobody want to see how many times Oscar went bankrupt or all these other people went bankrupt. They're still doing business. Hell, Donald Trump went bankrupt more times than O.J. Simpson got rushing yards, and people will still run after and do business with him. You know what I'm saying? And it's mind-boggling that all these people were talking about blackness this, blackness that, and the main thing, out of all these dudes, they Lord and Savior, and I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but some of these guys treat Deontay Wilder like he's the first coming to Jesus, like how some white people seen Ronald Reagan. But you know what I'm saying? But when Deontay Wilder said, business, boxing is a business, that fighters need to start taking control of the business and stop letting these people fuck them over and screw them out on this and the third. Soon as Crawford tried to do that same exact thing, and everybody agreed with Deontay Wilder when he was saying that shit, now all of a sudden is nigga, why do you need to know? Who that nigga on that nag?
Exactly. I'm just about to say that.
And every boxer, and boxing, like I said in my video, boxing is just like your damn taxes. The IRS, man, doesn't give a fuck if you hired somebody to do your taxes or not. They're coming after you. You
Yeah.
as a boxer, you are the one that is solely responsible for what you put in your body and what you sign on those contracts. Nobody want to hear no boo-hoos after the fact. I don't care if your name is Zab Judah said it. Don King hit him with the black shit. Um, same thing. Mike Tyson. All these other guys getting screwed left and right. You got all kind of boxers trying to run out of their contracts because they get screwed because they ain't getting any money. Now we see that Jermaine Franklin got a fight after he was going through his little thing. So now it's not time for you to know exactly what's going on and for your career, for your legacy, for your kids and your family. If you get hurt your next fight and you can't box no more, I mean, God forbid, you can't walk right, you can't talk right. Who gonna be there? 6 months, 9 months, a couple years down the line. Who gonna be hitting you up? Who gonna be there to wipe your ass, to wipe the slob off your lips?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad Bud clarified that yesterday for people, because people were acting like they don't know when he was asking for transparency, asking those dumb questions like, why didn't you ask Bob? Like, he wasn't in a position to ask Bob about the books. He was
No, he
signed
said he
to
was
Bob.
getting a guarantee with every
Yeah,
contract. He was
he was getting a
That was
guarantee.
part of the reason too. He said he's
Yeah,
getting a guarantee with every contract. Plus, he was signed to Bob.
Yeah,
so
he
both
was
of those
signed. He wasn't
reasons
the
the reason
boss.
Yeah,
He wasn't the boss. Now he's the boss. So he has the right and he has the privilege to look at the books if he's the boss and he's running his promotions. He has the right to that. Y'all acting like most people acting like he still signed to somebody and he don't have the right to look at the books or whatever. Hell, even if you sign with somebody, I think you should still look at the books.
Yeah. I just think a lot of things business-wise for somebody who's been signed to a promoter like he hasn't been walking around here trying to pull off the Roy Jones and the Calzaghe situation, being independent promoters. It's just, hearing people talking about why he asking to see the books, why he doing this, why he doing that. He ain't going to bring no money. How can he bring the money? I mean, where did Bud become the dumbest boxer in the game, though? I'm just trying to figure this out. Why are they treating him like he's the dumbest boxer in the game? Because Spence don't do shit, man. He lace up, fight, get out. Where has Spence taken charge of his career to this point where you can say he did that shit on his own? He went out there and tried to make a fight. Never, bro.
Since he's been fighting since he was in 2016.
Yeah, and I'm like crazy. That's
You remember he said that?
He doing the same thing
since 2015 when he was fucked up.
he would drool.
He doing the same thing Anthony Joshua said when Anthony Joshua said that he fights, he let the others handle the business. Mm-hmm. So that's exactly what Earl Spence is doing, except for he tried to cap about it and say that he's his own boss.
Yeah, that's the thing. These dudes starting to sound like modern day women. I'm serious. Like they want to say they their own boss because they got some eyelash shop and a couple bundles. I'm my own boss. Obviously, they Google don't work, and then they'll talk about, oh well, he stuttered over words, and they stumble over words the whole time. Your boy Easy Route, that's his recording of EJ stumbling over. Well, why would I not go the easier route?
And it's not edited or chopped.
Exactly. You would think that he went with the DJ on it. You know what I'm saying? But that's how EJ actually said it. And nobody's talking about that. Nobody was like, oh, well, he sounds stupid. Oh, whatever. He talks with a slur or a draw or whatever. But nobody, he sound like that all the time. Okay, he sound drunk. But maybe he just sound like that. Either way, nobody wants you to say nothing about, how he talk, how he dress, how he hug and kiss on dudes. Oh, that's his personal business. If he drink, all that stuff is his personal business. But everything that Bud do, you can talk about. he had firecrackers with his kids. They're like, well, why you ain't signing the contract? You out there playing with your kids. Like, this man's a
I saw
grown
that
man and
shit.
got kids. Like, this man is actually taking care of his kids and playing with them and teaching them and all kinds of stuff. And you mad that this man is playing with his kids?
I saw that shit too.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
crazy.
wow.
And that's, I asked the dude. I've been asking all these cats. I was like, you know, if y'all talking about this contract, you mean to tell me for the last 6 months, y'all been talking about Bud signed the contract, but what contract?
Facts.
But what contract? The dude, and Bud was on the thing. He said contract a few times and he corrected me and said proposal. If Bud would have signed the contract, Bud wouldn't be going nowhere unless both parties in cahoots on Bud going over there getting that 10 million.
Would have been breached.
Unless they're in cahoots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These cats know what they're doing. You know, they did it back to what you said, right? That whole Earl stuff. Earl is what you call guy that just sits back in the cut, right? And has an advisor in Al Haymon that he trusts, and he runs stuff through Al Haymon. Al Haymon gives him his peace of mind, and from all boxing fans, the way we see it is that most of the time it seems like he goes along with what Al Haymon says. See what I'm saying? So even if he wasn't his own boss, right? He's not the brains of the operation. You know what I'm saying? The brains of the operation is Al Haymon and the people that he has around him. The only person that's out here that's actually on the boots on ground, right, is Terrence Crawford doing way more work out there to try to get both fighters more money, both fighters more exposure and stuff like that. And even if it wasn't more money, at least he tried. You know what I'm saying? At least he tried to look like he tried to make the fight and stuff like that. And Earl just sitting back in the cut. He ain't saying nothing. Is it because Al Haymon's telling him to say nothing, or is it because he don't care? Is to say anything? The dude, if Crawford was ducking all like that, why isn't Earl saying that Crawford is ducking? If Earl is ducking like that, why isn't Crawford saying Earl is ducking?
I know Crawford still want to make the fight, man. He's been saying it the whole time. Everybody who's been looking at it, from YouTubers all the way to the paid professionals, as they call them, they all say that, you know, EJ definitely wants the money. Bud wants the money, but he more wants the legacy. And that's exactly what Bud said. That's what Bud's told everyone. Everything is lined up together. Even what EJ said, the only thing that was in question is if he, trusted his lawyers or not. But Bud answered that as well and said that first guy wasn't even, nobody who should have been speaking for him. He really didn't even know who that was. So that my son sit here farting beside me.
Man, that was you.
No, that's my son. Mine's way louder than that.
Trying to blame it on the baby, you bogus.
And he loving it too. He went back to sleep. Oh, that's amazing. He a mess, but yeah, he made me smile. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's crazy to me how easily they forget that this guy's supposed to be a boss. Oh, well, we knew he wasn't a boss. We knew that. We all knew he won't no boss. Wait, the whole time y'all said Bud need to step up and be a boss. Then he said, oh, well, he makes all the decisions. But now we see that he don't make no decisions. Al Haymon's about to force him to fight Thurman.
You hear how that dude on
real
Twitter?
Quick,
that dude on Twitter tried to flip it and try to make it like nah, Crawford, you work for PBC. If you up over here, fighting Earl, you working for PBC. We the A side. Earl the A side. I'm like looking at him, was like, damn. Is that really how y'all feel?
Hey, did anybody hear the cards and or posters that were being uh like swiped through last night while he was giving his live ceremony, his little speech and all that? Did anybody hear that?
Nah.
Y'all could hear somebody moving paper back and forth every time he would get past the topic. You could hear
Yeah,
the paper
Oh yeah,
moving.
I
yeah,
did
yeah. I
hear
heard
it.
that. I
How
think
y'all
that's
Mm-hmm.
feel
just
about that?
okay.
What that make? What y'all think about that?
What I'm
Cause
supposed to think about that? I know that I write down notes when I do my lives. I know that when I've done performances in public, you have notes. You have the lyrics when you sing, just in case you forget them or you stumble. I mean, public
So you
speaking
think it was
101
notes
is
then?
to make sure that you have all your stuff together. If it's a big enough production, you have someone either in your ear or in front of you behind the camera leading you to your next topic and doing what you're supposed to do. Um
You t-
I've even as a child, I was on TV. So I understand how it works behind the screen. I've been a photographer, more editor than a actual photographer taking the pictures. I've more edited them. But I've done all that stuff. And you have somebody behind the screen. You have somebody telling you what to do and how to do it. Even when if you're the brains of it, you have somebody there to remind you. So I just noticed that when people nitpick stuff like this, it shows that they haven't done business and they haven't been in a business aspect or place where people are doing business or making a production on any level. When you do a play, you have the same thing. Somebody help you change your clothes. Oh
All right,
well,
but this,
if you have
I feel like this was a live stream on the couch though. We talk about TVs and plays and that, like this was just
I,
a live stream on the couch though. You know what I'm
I,
saying? Like
but you know, people.
I ain't nitpicking. I'm just as I mean I see what you're saying. You view it as notes. That's basically what I was trying to get. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying is what did people view that as? Did anybody hear it? You know what I'm saying? Because I've heard, I understand what you're saying. I see your side. I heard. You know what I'm saying? I understand your side and what you see as far as the notes and all that. Whenever you're trying to, stay on topic or whatever the case may be, you got people, PR, or whatever the hell going on, conducting you through it or getting you through it the best way that they can. But then I've also heard, people saying that he was fidgety. And to me it seems like it's normal because he said, that's not something he do. We know
yeah.
he's not a talkative person. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely understand it. But you got those people who are gonna say, yeah, I could hear the paper sliding in the background. This was all scripted. He just making shit up as he go along. They thought this up in the living room type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. But I
Hey,
definitely heard the paper, and it was something. It made me think for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I believed him wholeheartedly, and I said it last night. I gained a little bit more. Like I said, I'm still not a Buzz fan, still not a Spence fan. I could give a fuck less. I'm more of a Coach Malachi type of guy. Like, don't none of that shit change my life. No matter what happens, I got a lot of shit to take care of. I ain't got enough time to be fans of neither one of these dudes, but all in all, I did gain more respect for him by putting himself out there, putting his word on the line. Because again, like he said today, if I'm lying, come out and say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you putting yourself out there for anybody to, take your words and run with it, and you got to be standing on what you're standing on, because who would want to come back as a liar? You know what I mean? So
And Bud has always been a excuse me. He's always been a stand up guy, and I can commend him for what he did because I've done the same thing because I'm not really a talkative person. And if you go back and watch my earlier videos, uh, I wasn't freestyling a lot. Most of the stuff I was saying, I had it wrote down and propped up somewhere where it looked like I was freestyling, but I was reading off a piece of paper until I got comfortable, just getting on here and just talking. But I commend him for that because it if I was in that same situation, I probably wouldn't have thought about having somebody have cards or whatever they was doing with the papers behind. I probably would have just tried to freestyle it and fumbled all over the place.
yeah, me too, dog. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Me too.
And then you had the aspect he couldn't talk about everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And circumvent all that too. You know what I'm saying? He had to do it in in the subject at hand, and I think he did a good job, man. But it was funny as hell to hear all them damn body language experts.
Like,
And they was getting it totally wrong. I was like, dang, at least Google body language. Oh, he looked
yeah,
to the left, then to the right, then up 3 times and down. I was like, he was trying to give you the secret codes to
Yeah,
the combination. What are you talking
like
about? He didn't do all that. He
if
moved
it,
his hand to the right 3 times, then he swiped right, and then he did this little thing with his finger, like I used to do to my girl back in the day. So I knew he was lying because I was lying to her all the time. I was like, nigga,
like
really?
yeah, it's like, yeah, if anything, you can tell he was a little uncomfortable because he's not used to doing stuff like that.
shit, it had me uncomfortable. It would have had anybody uncomfortable. It's like these dudes think that um, sitting up, you don't know how the dude was feeling, like whether or not he was, just to come out, of having hear all these people, besmirch your name and stuff like that. Because for him, that's how he felt. He felt, that's what I would assume. He felt like people were besmirching his name, because for him to come out and say like, you know, check my paperwork if I'm lying, that's probably how he felt. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole thing of aspect of, you know, Crawford ain't fought in like almost a year. You know what I'm saying? And
It'll
sitting
be a
around
year on
waiting.
the 20th.
Yeah, that's right. And then sitting back, all this time waiting for a contract, all these damn talks, and then like people looking at him like, why are you asking for this? And then always throwing out these little things on the internet from odd sources. Oh, he's asking for 15 million. He's saying this. He's asking to see the books. He's doing this. It's like, who's spilling this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like when people are negotiating, when PBC don't even talk about their stuff, like who's spilling this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And why is it always about one dude and not everybody, and not the other side? Like, what are they doing? What's going on with this? What's going on? Do they have a contract? Do they have a proposal? Do they have a venue? Do they have a date? Do they have dates? Do they have venues? Like, what's the level of expectations of everything? Like, where's all that stuff at? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was non. All you had was Tom Brown said a few things. Um, Stephen Espinosa said a few things. Earl said a few things, and that's it. And then the rest is the Carpenters of the world. People you don't know who the fuck their source is, and at the time you can't even trust them.
Yeah.
It's just like, to me, it's one of those things. And back to the body language experts, dude literally said he deals, like on this one Twitter, dude literally said he deals with people every day, and I can read good body language. The other guy says, I work at a Fortune 500 company, and I deal with these companies, blah blah blah, woo woo woo, and ain't no hedge funds going to invest in this, blah blah blah, woo woo woo. And I'm kind of like, you can't use your personal experiences and your job titles and all that stuff to come out here and be resident experts on how the business of boxing is going to go. I don't know, and a lot of other people out here don't fucking know. Only thing we know is the fight. Only thing we know really for certain, the fighting didn't happen. Now we have a whole bunch of whys. Now we have a whole bunch of opinions and speculation. But at the end of the day, half of these cats scared to say what's really on their mind, because they know folks is gonna get on their ass and jump ship off their platform.
Hey, Michael, are you talking about Fanon?
Nah, I was just talking about people that what he said.
I just know Fanon has been on record as always putting himself as if he, all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can't go off if you was in a situation and you never been in that situation before. But yet you're trying to tell your listeners what I would do, like you the
Yeah, I'm about to hop
resident
off of this Hedge
expert.
store real quick.
You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying?
Now I wasn't talking about him, but it goes to that too. It's like you can't use your personal experiences, you know, with this type of stuff, because even with contracts, in the lawyer period, there's always certain fields they specialize in with said contracts. You know what I'm saying? Is this not you good at this? You come up over here and do this. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why, like all the way down, like I said, contract lawyers. There's a reason why Povetkin got lawyers. Povetkin got down near the best world renowned lawyers in the game of sports when it comes to PED failure. And you got the most world renowned doctors to come up over there with their whole expertise on theories on how Mendelium breaks down in the body. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not that simple as people think it is. You know, if it was that simple, people that's not in the boxing game anymore won't be saying is easy. Won't be saying will be saying it's easy. And people that's not in the boxing game that's getting look. Let me tell you something. If you're getting $35,000 a month in super chats and views and clicks and stuff like that, and you know this and you know that, and blah blah woo doo woo. Put your own fight on in your own city. I guarantee you it cost you less than that. Put your own fight on. Get your promotional company, right? Probably get the manager thing, get somebody to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Get you a couple of fighters, put your own fight on in your own city and see how easy it is. To get two people to negotiate on the contract, let alone for $1,000, let alone for $5,000. Let's see how easy it is then.
I'm totally green light on that, what you just mentioned, because you're right. You can earn that amount of money on here, but you're pretending like you want to be a part of something big, but you haven't invested your own money. It gets serious when you start investing your own money. Try to put a fight on in your own town and see all the shit you have to pay, getting insurance for each fighter, getting insurance on the venue, all that shit. It's a lot to deal with, and you got to have deep pockets for that shit, and you have to be willing to take a loss.
And you can't just be anybody, because they might not even give you the permit to put on the fight.
True.
Because you probably got a shady background. You probably got to get somebody else. You probably ain't put on the big venue. They probably don't trust you enough. You know what I'm saying? And you probably got to use that venue security. Then you probably got to get your own security and probably 2-3 more. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about that. It's like some of these venues you can't just bring your own. You can bring your own securities, but you also got to use theirs. They don't tell you about that. Then you got to get some off-duty police officers. How much that's gonna cost? You gotta have
they even have to approve your fight first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get your fight approved by the commission in that state, and you know they locked in with whoever they locked in with. We just recently had a promoter try to come down here to GA, right? And you know it's a white promoter, got some pretty decent money, but he was trying to put a fight on in a certain venue that another promoter, and you know who that is, if I was to tell you, but he felt some type of way because he was getting boxing fans down here familiar with him throwing fights in that venue. And man, it was an all-out freaking war down here. That, you know, he went up there talking about, you throw this, I'm not giving you my business no more and all this shit. And boxing, in Georgia, we have boxing, but we don't have the matches that stand out. It's not like we don't have gyms down here. We got gyms, but as far as having premier fights, man, we went the whole year 2022 with nothing. You know, Tank Davis supposed to be down here in December. That got canceled. He got court that month. So, you know, that shit got shut down. Old boy ended up not throwing a motherfucking fight. Like, it's not just easy. You can be established and go to somebody else's town because they're not really thriving and flourishing in the sport of boxing and get shut down because somebody else has been throwing fights in that venue.
Yeah, that too.
Facts. Like, I love how people out here telling you what a hedge fund is and ain't, and they can't even spell hedge fund.
That's fucked up.
The funny thing is, a hedge fund, if you simply Google it, it says literally a limited partnership of investors that uses high risk methods, such as investing with borrowed money in hopes of realizing large capital gains. High risk methods. So when people say, well, that don't seem like it make a bunch of sense, or, oh, well, the money don't look right. Well, that's the point. It's telling you that we're going to put in some money and borrow some money to put in with it to then try to flip it and make some money off of that in this time or the very next time. So you're going to lose some to win in the end. That's the point of hedge fund. But none of these people did even a super Google search. You ain't got to do no real research. Just do a simple Google search.
Nah, what they did was is they looked to see how many times that motherfucker filed for bankruptcy, and then I forget the brother name, but who the fuck is walking around L.A. with a damn scarf around their fucking neck? You know how hot it is down in that motherfucker. Walking around showing you the BLK Prime's headquarters, and it happened to be like some what is it? Some charter school or something like that. Some extra curriculum activity learning center.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. You know, they got movies and stuff on there, and the app seems to work. I might watch something on there tonight to see if it be skipping. But y'all know, you know what the funny thing about all this is? When you watch the Zone Fox, ESPN and Showtime, right? Their times be all right. It be skipping. ESPN, people don't be harping on how bad ESPN sound man is during ESPN and Showtime, they sound man be fucking up during the PBC events. It be too low, it be too staticky, it be in and out. The sound don't be working sometimes during these fight buildups. Sometimes during the fight they got the wrong camera on, they not zoomed in enough. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I wonder for this fight, man, who they gonna bring in and do all the dirty work for that? Because if that shit ain't right and the commentary ain't right, man, it's about to be off the chain. They about to get their asses toe up on social media.
They should be asking the access point. The access points is Blue, right? Ask him. He's a solid partner / talent acquisition. I mean, all he had to do is call up the people. I'm just saying, ask him. Shit, if
well, they hate Blue now, World Combat. You know, they hate Blue now.
No, they don't hate him.
You know, they hate Blue a turncoat, and he a Benedict Arnold. And you know, they love to say anything with Dick in it. He a Benedict Arnold.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. But you know what? Like I said,
that's his own fault though. He knew what he went about and how he went about it. I'm not going to be harsh on him for making the move if he felt like it was a big move. But when you tie yourself down to an organization or a group like LDBC and you feel like you're breaking ranks and protocol, are you thinking about that when you're making these moves? Are you checking in? Because as much as it seemed petty coming from me, well, that's what it seems like from a lot of people, that they're mad because he didn't really bring along the LDBC and make them a part of this moment. But check this out. It's a lot of groups that's not going to be willing to do any work to help him out. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to help him out except come along for the ride. One, because it's not Errol Spence. If Errol Spence was a part of BLK right now and he was in Crawford's place, then the collective group of all these channels that's hating on Bud would join together and build up BLK. But since it's a fighter that Blue has been on record with criticizing, turning his back on him and stuff like that, they feel like he a turncoat because he was Spence not too long ago. Now he all about trying to explain what Crawford got going on. He's protesting with Crawford. He's saying, you know, all this good, kind words. And those same individuals that supported him before, they don't like him. They on the sneak tip. That's why they keep talking shit about Crawford, because it's going to reflect on him. That's all.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? I think that when you make it to a certain level, and you know, YouTube is one thing, you know, but when you make it to the level like you're supposed to be a professional, and then you tie your name to people who have to buy things like equal opportunity, um, and work relations and PR and all that stuff. Uh, you can, but there's only so far that you can attach those. There's only so far you could bring a group like that when you have people from all lives of all walks of
Correct.
life
I
with
get you. You're right.
that don't know how to follow. There's certain things
Instructions.
you should say, and
Instructions.
there's things that you shouldn't say that's going to hinder you from making it getting so far in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you want a boxer and stuff like that to wear your logo and stuff like that, you can limit yourself which boxers will be willing to do that because of what you said and the people you have surrounding you in their background. You know what I'm saying? Because when people start pulling stuff up, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, you might get Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? And
I hear what you're saying. I'm looking at it like this, Michael. I'm looking at it like he may not have the intestinal fortitude to detach himself from those people because he's dependent on all those super chats monthly, which I don't care nothing about. I don't care about the man money, but I'm just saying a lot of those people that tune in to him are LDBC supporters. I don't care nothing about the LDBC and how they drop super chat. I don't care any about that. Only thing I've been vocal on is how he's attaching himself and trying to act like he was a part of facilitating this deal with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford ain't mentioned your name, not one time. If you are a silent partners don't have any interaction with daily operations. Are you a talent acquisitions? Then talent acquisitions have interaction with daily operations. Which one are you? Just play your position. You know what I'm saying? And then, him being on the live calling 78 General, that seems like a submissive move to basically kiss ass up to something you feeling guilty about now. You knew you was going about it for yourself, but now your people that supported you all the time, they turning their back on you.
yeah, and and this is just me. You know, I don't think the fight was going to happen this year, and I don't think it's going to happen. And right now, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen first quarter of next year.
You think it's
So
too close? Too
I,
close
I
of a
just,
date?
I just think that you know Earl is going to have a fight. Crawford's going to have a fight. They want him to rest a little bit, get back in the camp. I don't think they want to. And then you don't know. You don't know how good of we don't know how good of a fight these two fights are actually going to be. Like it could be harder than what we thought it would for Crawford. This guy
True.
can come in there and possibly do something. You know what I'm saying? If it's Thurman, he possibly come up in there with his little flute playing ass and do something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I don't see it. I don't the way it's all moving and stuff like that. I don't see it. But back to the whole Blue Blood Sports TV thing. I don't know what it is, but I know they get along real well and stuff like that. They created some friendship and stuff like that, and you
You talking
know,
about BOK?
I'm talking about Blue Blood and 78 now.
I mean, I'm not saying this is any type of animus between them. All I'm saying is the move for which he made, it seemed like he broke ranks and then check in for whatever reason, and people were just coming and saying, okay, he facilitated when he was trying to exacerbate his entire role in this whole deal. He was trying to make sure he brought everything together and all that with other people. Desmond is the one that's been making phone calls. Desmond is the guy who talked to people that I know, that I've been talking to. He's been the one that's facilitating a lot of this shit. Not the way. I just don't like people who fake the funk bigger than it is. I don't mind you being a part of anything. Go do what you do, bro. But I'm just saying, when you want to let your ego drive you and you want to take more credit than what you actually have produced, then that is my issue. I don't care what money he makes. I don't care about any of that. When you
Right.
got people up here thinking that you bigger than YouTube and you did this grand scheme of facilitating $1 million fight and all that. Stop it, bro. Because you're gonna have to build upon this. If you facilitated Crawford, David Avanesian, who's next? You can't say you facilitated Adrian Broner. Why haven't you facilitated any other name that's signed to BOK? If you did at Crawford, why haven't you facilitated? Where's the rest?
I mean, I was just talking about the other thing, man, because this is just me, man. If you want to be a part of something, and I hear up pull the trigger, and I know I can't tell you because this is what they saying, whatever the case may be, this is what you wanted. You wanted to be a part of something like this. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't want to be a part of something like this, you know that it would benefit you to be a part of something like this. This is the next step up. And to even insinuate that not you, Scott, you know what I'm talking about, that Blue Blood Sports TV did something wrong, is like kind of like is did something wrong, is not right. And also with the way he was sounding, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to explain yourself.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Right. If you did what you thought was right, not only for yourself, but for your family and stuff like that, and you have you have things in life that you want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's all good if you take that stance. I hear what you're saying. You know, as a grown person, period, you don't have to explain yourself to me. You know what I'm saying? That's really not my point. My point is in the boxing game, Michael, I'm looking at it like, okay, do what you do. If you're able to make moves, do what you do. I'm no way, shape, or form, man, sit up here and have deep disdain for what he did. No. I'm saying the ego issue with before and then how he was acting like he had a bigger role in this. I have people that I talk to also that understands and knows and communicate with people at BOK. I don't have to be the first person to sit up here and do anything. I'm just sitting back getting information. You know, he can go up here and he don't have to explain shit to me. But I'm just saying, if you're sitting up here having people believe that you facilitated Crawford and Avanesian, well, do something else then. Facilitate another fight name. Go ahead. I had somebody up here trying to ask me about Demetrius Andrade, and I said, I'm not getting involved with that shit with BOK. Just because you heard me up here talking about it, I'm not dealing with that. I said, call Blue up and have him do it. I don't have anything to do with that. I'm not going to get on board because I'm not a part of the team, and I don't want to be a part of the team. Let him handle that shit, hit him up, and then take it from there.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. I was just talking about the whole overall thing because it just didn't sit right to watch a grown man explain himself to a group of dudes who he thought it was his friends. You know what I'm saying?
The only way he explained himself, Michael, unless he felt that he did something wrong. Isn't that the way it happened?
Well, that too. Then when you listen to people, you know, they're saying, "Oh, the reason why I'm not talking about going in on BOK Prime because of Blue and this and the third." Then you know, you get the aspect that people already, you know, is kind of side eyeing them. The fight wasn't gonna happen anyways. You think? Look, Al Haymon wouldn't tell one of his fighters, "No, don't go get that $10 million before you get this big fight." If Al Haymon is gonna say, "Don't set a ceiling for yourself," why the fuck would he tell his fighter no to go get in the bag when this whole thing when he makes off his whole thing to be getting his fighters the most money as possible they could get?
Yeah.
And we've seen aspects of, if this is the case, if this is all the case, right? Of fighters of betting on themselves and making money the way that they want to, standing on their fucking square, right? If this is the case with Terrence Crawford, why he didn't do it with Deontay Wilder with whatever Edward Hearn was doing?
Then who? Why didn't who?
Why didn't 7-8 and all them and
Oh yeah.
Why didn't they do it with all that?
I got you. Yeah.
Why didn't you scream, "I just want to see Undisputed You holding up, take whatever they giving you. You only
Mm-hmm.
did this, and this and the third.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the man is being told, here's the proposal for the fight, take it or leave it, and he can get more money elsewhere and still come back. What the fuck? And you ain't talking about fighting probably no time soon, and he's already been out of the ring for a year, almost. What do you want him to do? You want him to fight Earl? You want him to fight Earl with ain't been in the ring in a year and some change. And about time the fucking fight would have happened, anyways, would have been 3-4 months down the line. It would have been a year and like 2-3 months.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. If he would have stayed out of the ring, he would have been out a year, and then no telling when Errol Spence would have fought 2023. So therefore, he would have came up on a year too. So if we look at it as if Terrence Crawford is taking a fight in December, and Errol Spence, I hope he gets a fight, because they're gonna say, "Oh man, he been out the ring a year. He got to fight somebody." They ain't fair if Crawford fights him in 2023 because he been out the ring damn near a year. So I hope, if it's true, I'm hearing it's not gonna happen, with Spence, but I hope it does. I hope he get in the ring this year or whatever, or a month after, or however he gonna fight, so we can kind of see if this fight gonna take place in the mid part of 23 between him and Crawford, because they'll be on the same amount of time a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get out the ring, recover, get back in the fight camp. And then, hopefully they can push through these negotiations. But look, the way I look at it, I don't see what could change, man. Like, what's going to change from now to then with the money issue? What's going to change? If he's still willing to try to lowball the shit out of Crawford, and Crawford said he agreed to everything, if they don't make this fight happen after they both have these fights, and it's still about something that PBC and now Haymon, these damn collective voices on here that's talking shit about Bud, they're gonna have to damn come to, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to damn come to some type of self-reflection, hold themselves accountable, and stop bullshitting everybody. You feel me? Like, this is getting out of hand. It's been out of hand for quite some time, but they up here criticizing the man like he ain't tried to take initiative for shit.
Yeah, that's the sad part. It's a good move. It's a good move. I was happy when Dillian White finally put his career in his own hands and fought for what he believed in, and tried to sue WBC. And I think a lot of these fighters need to start taking the initiative. You can't be waiting around for these promoters and managers to do all of this, then the third. Sometimes you gotta take initiative. You just can't be in the gym. Well, that's just the way I put it.
Yeah, I agree. What's going on, Q?
Man, what's good with you, man? How y'all
chilling.
doing today, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. What about yourself?
Man, chilling, man. My stomach hurting from laughing at all these goddamn crybaby ass Spence fans. With all they with all they narratives and shit, man. You know how it go, man. But I'm just, I think, me, as I sit back and think, man, people can always say, what they want to say. They could look back and say, Bud not good. He not a good businessman. He not good at this and that. But I think all these people that's going and they saying that, the test of time is going to show that Bud is really that guy. People always praise all these guys, Floyd, the Green Print, Deontay Wilder, by going his own way and not following like behind Floyd and stuff like that. And we in this era where we looking for the guys to still like duplicate what Floyd did, even though we know that's not what it is. And Bud actually one of them guys that, went down the path less traveled. He made his own way. He did what, like what Roy Jones did for the majority of his career, and I think as it go down, and I don't really know how Showtime and PBC gonna go, but I think, man, the fact that everything that he said is gonna have to resonate in a point in time. We gonna sit back and see somebody else from PBC to come out and say, yeah, I'm with him, which we kind of already heard Sean Porter say it. Sean Porter was somebody adamant about, a fighter kind of having choices, but Sean Porter was one of the fighters who always, he just did what he had to do. He got to fight Bud, he go fight Bud. He got to fight, Broner, he got to fight Kell Brook. He always did it. So I think, man, it's gonna go down. I think he kind of shook up a lot of people, bro. I honestly think he shook up a lot of people. He let me know Espinoza ain't have shit to do with nothing, and he basically just a damn front man, just out here talking. And because Bud didn't say his name not one time, and he was the guy that was pretty much out here trying to tell people that all the fight is happening and it's this and that, but man, you wasn't even at the table, or you was one of the guys in the middle. But man, I like what Bud did. He got these guys out here crying. You got people saying, man, and he cleared up, and now he a liar.
Yeah, man. Amongst men, this is what we expect another man to do. Pretty much stand on their own. You know what I'm saying? Show strength. Don't sit up here and act like you have to be micromanaged in the moves you making in your career. Like Bud Crawford always say, he been in the game for a long time. So being he is at the back end of his boxing career right now, and he's trying to make one of the biggest deals himself. He released himself from the promotion because he didn't get the fight. Now he's trying to facilitate the fight, and it's all wrong to the damn naysayers and critics. They scrutinize the wrong shit, bro. Like, he's standing on his own. He's trying to come up here and make moves, get with people that he knows, because he knows some people too, and come up with this money. He came up with the money, so to speak, in his words, and they frowned upon it. They only frowned upon it because Al Haymon turned it down. If Al Haymon would have allowed that shit to happen, and Bud would have got all the damn accolade for putting that shit together, and that's exactly what they ain't trying to talk about over on this YouTube shit. They ain't trying to talk about anything like that.
Mm-hmm. They don't want to talk about it. They want to make it seem like they want to actually make it seem like, man, Bud can't do no shit like that. Bud can't get nobody out here to want to pay for the Spence undisputed fight with two undefeated fighters who top pound for pound. Bud can't find that. Like, come on, bro. That shit fucking crazy, man.
But they can praise their own on YouTube for acting like he facilitated a fight between somebody who they consider a bum. they consider Amnesia a bum. Okay. He facilitated that. Oh, yeah. But yet, Bud's trying to damn tell us what he tried to facilitate before all this took place. He was letting us know, man, I'm really trying to make some moves out here with some people and get some shit checked off. And he didn't want the fight to happen. He said no. So what am I to do? I can't force that man when he's to promote. He's the manager. He's sort of the promoter too. He's the damn overseer of all that shit.
Shit, and then they ain't try to come through it and even respect the fact that Bud was willing to sit down at the table with Al and not get up till the deal was done. Mm-hmm. And they brush it off like, nah, man, that ain't never happened. But shit, I done seen a couple people over here talking about a few fights that was made like that. So man, it's crazy, man. man, PBC, man, Earl, and I know he wasn't. The reason why I know he wasn't lying, and I was telling people even before Terrence Crawford even went on Instagram or Twitter and said, if I'm lying, Earl will come out and say something and tag them in it. Bro, that's why. He name dropped Earl, he name dropped Al, and if anybody, a representative for Al or Spence himself, would easily come out and say that motherfucker lying about this, that, and the third. Show their receipt and we'll be out this bitch, man. Bud capping. But they ain't gonna do that because he not fucking lying, bro. Like, why would he say, man, I got on the phone and called Earl and told him about the 25. The only thing Earl let us know is he had a motherfucking fire stick.
Yeah, for real. That's
bro.
it. No, he asked about the back end money first, and then he let him know he had a fire stick, which had nothing to do with the negotiations. But I mean, I can't see Errol Spence sitting down trying to have a negotiation with anybody dealing with a fight. He seemed like the type to me to let his whoever, they trying to say that Bud them don't have a team. He don't know what the fuck he doing. But yet, let's look at the initiative. Let's look at him making an attempt to make this fight happen. An attempt to make it happen. Where are y'all at with this? Y'all want to praise and think y'all a part of something? Is somebody on YouTube trying to facilitate a fight with Bud Crawford and David Avanesian, who y'all don't respect? But yet you dog out Terrence Crawford for stepping out of negotiation, which he no more. He was at the end of the road with that. They moved the fight to next year. What is he supposed to do? Sit through the holidays and don't make a paycheck? Hey, he got bills to pay too.
Yeah, man. He ain't, and that's facts. And he ain't like, bro, he ain't even got to explain to me why, man, I took this fight and that fight. Bro, if he lying, bro, come out and say that. Espinoza, come out this bitch and say, he a fucking liar. We guaranteed him $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ain't, like, what we talking about, bro? Like, it ain't.
Didn't they say that, Q, though? Didn't they say somebody put out there it was in guaranteed money? That wasn't true, that he wasn't getting no guarantee. And then Crawford shut that shit down. He said it wasn't no guarantee money.
Facts. Let them know off rip, bro. That's how I know they full of shit. They full of shit. They was trying to no Vaseline Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
and trying to get him in a hole, bro. And then he ain't even mentioned the fact, which I don't, because it didn't even come out of Earl mouth. I didn't hear him say it, but bro, the fact, like, Al Haymon told his ass, man, ain't nobody touching this fight, bro.
Yeah, for real. I guess that's not enough. Any other time they praising Al Haymon. You know what I'm saying? That's just the point. They really don't know Al Haymon. So they sitting up here gullible, thinking that everything he does behind the scene is beneficial to the fighters. I don't think so, man. I think these cats are locked in the bad way. They don't want to say anything because it's contractually in the language. And even Adrian Broner, when he went off on the Zoom, when he's supposed to fight Omar Figueroa, and he went off, he had to come back and apologize.
And they ain't.
They made that dude come back and apologize after he went off on Al Haymon and Floyd and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? And he had to come back the next day and apologize. And that's AB now. That's the one that says shut that soft shit up, right? He had to come back and apologize, man.
Yeah. I mean, now look at him, he need to get his shit together, man. He got a good opportunity, to be the face of something and hit the restart button, try to help them out, to help you. You know what I'm saying? He, still young,
He's still young, but he got to make weight. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
buddy.
I'm curious to know if he can make
seen
that
dude
scale, though.
hitting them pads with that stomach?
I know, man. See, I don't try to go over here and mention the bad shit on AB. Like, I communicate with some people of his over in Cincinnati. I do. You know, I talk to Mike Stafford every now and then. I'm really trying to show support to them cats, you know, up there. But what's up with the gut? Like, what's up with that? Like, what are you eating? Pork chops?
He just eat what the hell he want to, you know.
That might be
And
drinking, man. That look like a liquor
Yeah, that's
belly. I
drinking.
don't know, man.
Yeah, that's
that shit sounded, and I knew it too when Al Heyman when he said that stuff about Al Heyman owe me money and all this stuff because he signed that paperwork so he can get a stipend. I
Yeah,
guarantee if he had all that money, he would have blew it.
yeah, probably. You
He
know,
would have blew it. You know what I'm saying? Some people they can't. That's the reason why he do it like that. But because some people can't help themselves. You're gonna be
you right.
broke right away, and your money ain't gonna be collecting no interest,
None.
none. You're gonna be. He would have been broke. He would have been broke, and you know what? He probably would have been over. You know what? If he wasn't doing that, he would have been over there with Daniel Kinningham selling keys.
And going down on the Rico.
I mean,
On the news for a Rico.
he said it, didn't he?
Yeah, he said it.
Well, he didn't say that exactly, but he said.
He said, I'm gonna go back. Y'all gonna force me to go back to, you know, selling bricks or keys or whatever he was talking about.
You know, and all these cats, they know the dude. They know that they know he got PTSD. He got something. You know, for some dude to go through all that stuff that he's been through
Yeah.
before boxing and during boxing,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know that dude. You know, people. That's why I'm glad a lot of people took a lot of that stuff that he was saying and stuff like that. Ain't really dealt with them accordingly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people let it just slide. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just I hope that he gets a fight date. I don't know what weight he's gonna be at, but I hope he gets a fight date soon. And we're supposed to be fighting anyway.
It don't even matter, man. He said he got 3 fights, $12 million. Be okay.
Yeah,
As
it
long
don't
as
matter.
it don't even matter. And at the end of the day, man, bro, we love. And I've been saying this for a long time, bro. People don't understand, bro. We let AB slide. We let AB slide with a lot of shit. Cause we love him and we know AB is
That weed ain't gonna let your ass
real.
slide, though.
Like AB a real dude, you know.
Yeah, he is.
Hear stories about him doing shit for people he don't know. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact he sent one of my homeboys $100 from a live. He texting AB on the live. AB went live talking. He texted AB, told AB he just started boxing, this, and that. AB asked for his cash app, sent him $100. So that's shit that I know personally that AB did for people he ain't never met, never did. So I know how real AB is. So he did a lot of like him going back and forth with Keith Thurman. We ain't never called that nigga a duck or none of that shit because he never fought Keith Thurman. He went back and forth with Regis. Them fights, we ain't never pressured him to fight no top guy at 147 or 140. Like, oh, if AB don't do it, he a duck. Anybody else?
I don't have a problem with that because I'm the same way, bro. Like, I'm not real outgoing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I stay to myself, but I'm like, you shouldn't be trying to get the attention of a dude anyway so desperately. You know what I'm saying? Even in his content creation, it's okay to reach out. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you see him in person, you just trying desperately be in their company and roll around with them when they really giving you the no. They giving you a hard no. But you still want to be around and then point the camera in their face. Not me. I will abort mission and redirect.
Yeah, I ain't that type of guy neither. I done been it. I'm like I live in San Antonio and I got a channel. I go to fights. When I go to fights and I see them guys, I ain't approaching them with my camera out, trying to get interviewed. Like, I don't know, that shit seem hella, weird to me depending on the circumstance. Like when they out and about watching fights, I don't really feel like that's appropriate. But, when the media around and you could do it, you talk to them personally, interview, yeah, but if it ain't nothing like that, I'm not going to walk to a guy with no camera in their face. you know, you never know how somebody they going. You never know what they own or none of that. So you gotta always get that confirmation before you pull your camera out and put it in anybody's face. But
Oh yeah, I believe that. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You ain't
but
never lied, but we're gonna see what happens this month, man. This month is very crucial to
Yeah.
you know, I just seen channels up here talking about ticket sales. I was like, what the fuck you matter with ticket sales? You want to find out what ticket sales? Call up the person that you have access on YouTube. Stop talking about it like Crawford got anything to do with it. You
bro,
know what I'm saying?
they asking for tickets, and this the bad thing about it. The people that's asking for these ticket sales, asking for all this shit, are the people shitting and hating on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not even gonna buy a ticket. Why the fuck do you care if they drop yet?
For
You all
real.
the way 3 states over. You're not gonna buy a plane ticket to go fly in and buy and go to the fight. You're not gonna do none of that. You're not even gonna buy the fight on Black Prime. Why the fuck do you care about who the promoter is?
That's
You
what I'm
already
saying.
like, come
Yep.
on, bro. These motherfuckers just hating like that shit a fucking job. Like, god damn, that shit crazy to me, bro. I'm
He
like,
said they hate like it's a job. It is a job, dog.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you can get paid for hating on YouTube, but if your channel ain't monetized, fuck you doing it for?
Yeah, I feel you. But most
So,
of these channels, you know, to be honest, man, most of these channels are monetized, and Crawford's a big topic right now. I mean, you can just look at how many people was tuned in his IG. I mean, that shit was sitting at about 10,000
10,
plus.
about 8.
Oh, I
Steady.
didn't. I was on there. I didn't even see it. I didn't even look.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm looking. I'm like, I'm trying to hear what Crawford said.
I was.
Yeah.
They hating this shit. They shaking in their fucking boots
Mm-hmm.
because they know Earl not gonna do no shit like that.
Hell
And
no.
in the fact that he was dropping Earl name in certain stories and shit like that, it's for you to come out and refute it if I'm lying.
Correct. I
Yeah.
agree.
You ain't gonna drop nobody name if you don't want this shit refuted to be dropped. And the only thing I say is the beginning when he was talking about some lawyer or whoever he had negotiating with him. Now that I don't know, that's for suspicion. You know, Kinahan maybe or
No,
somebody.
it was an attorney that he didn't know that Al Haymon said that he had appointed or something to that effect, like per the paperwork or whatever. He say that guy ain't with me. I never seen him before a day of my life. He ain't with my team. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm
it's
saying?
like, Scotty, if we looking for Al Haymon, if you know he graduated from the same college, I always say it. I don't just say Harvard. I say the same college Bob Arum graduated from.
Yeah.
To let y'all know they coming with the same mentality. So
Correct.
it's like, how would you be negotiating with somebody that don't got really no connection to this guy? Like, how you really going that deep into negotiation and not knowing that he not directly connected with Bud? That was like, what? That's why I'm like, who? That's what made me want to know who is the fuck is this dude? You know, but
Bud didn't know him. I don't think they got deep in negotiations with this guy. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. I mean, it was kind of like he was saying it. Maybe he didn't, but kind of how he was saying some things. He was like, man, never. He's not with Team Crawford. He's not with this. He's not with that. Like, do you know who he is? If you know things like that, if he ain't just have nothing to do with it, you'd be like, he negotiated with somebody that ain't had shit to do with Team Crawford. But you know, he kept talking about it that made me like, do we know who he is? Like, do you have his name to say it? Or like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It was kind of crazy. That was kind of weird. But other than that, like,
Yeah.
I don't really think.
Yeah. I was just looking at these articles. They were saying that the fight's supposed to happen on what, November 10th, right?
December 10th.
And then the Mike Cavinger said at the Chai Heat Center, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I went on the website to look, and it looks like they already have something on there the 10th for the UC Riverside. North Dakota Fighting Hawks at Clemson Blue Jays basketball.
Yeah.
there. So they might move the venue or put on another date.
Or they could be like earlier that day, like earlier in the day before they set up.
Well, they
That's a
gonna
lot
have
of
to.
shit going on.
We talking about 7 o'clock. You know, the game over by 12 or something like that, and get that ring up that because that's a regulation ring too. So
Yeah, yeah, I have. But you know, I have seen the NBA uh back in when LA and Chicago was playing, they were scheduling a lot of them games, making sure the Clippers and the Lakers weren't playing on the same day. But it was days where they played the same, and they had to switch the courts out. So
yeah,
I,
Oh my
that's
bad.
the
I misspoke. I misspoke. That was November 10th. Um,
oh yeah, we talking about
December
December.
10th. December 10th is open.
yeah, that's what they got scheduled for December 10th.
Yeah. So and did y'all see the trailer?
Yeah, I
Yeah, just
saw it.
seen it. Uh-huh.
I saw it, but I saw it. But the way I put it, when you first get on the scene and you the new Jack Swing and stuff like that, man, you got to put a little spunk to your stuff, man. You got to do something different that other people ain't doing. Like, you already got those reality TV shows on there and stuff like that. Y'all got to do something. Y'all got to do something different than a lot of these other apps. I mean, the Zone. I'm not no expert or nothing like that, but if you look at the Zone from like when you go to About, you look at the leadership and all that stuff. They got a lot of people that's young that specialize into getting their names out there and their brand out there and their and marketing of the aspects of it to the European market, not up over here, but the European markets out there, because it didn't. But if you just look at it, from social media dudes to the people who do the designing things, the editors, all the other stuff. Like you don't see it with the BOK Prime and stuff like that. And they probably should start hiring, onesies and twosies people to do this stuff, so they can look like they're the leading edge in something new. You can't be the new thing on the block and be bland.
Yeah. Yeah, I think kind of like that thing with Crawford, that little short clip. I think, with them, they just starting and they can't go and use like no top rank, none of they, footage or none of that to try to promote. All the footage they gonna use, they gonna have to get from themselves. They gonna have to get directly from David Abenesian and Bud to put on their app. Or shit, they can make them take it down, or they can get sued for using somebody else content.
Logo, yeah.
So,
So I mean, they could always, have somebody else pay somebody else to meet up at somewhere, take the
go to his
videos, drop the videos off, they edit it up, do it this, that, and the third, take a few takes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, half these damn jobs these days is remote anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, it's. I mean, that's just me, because when I went on their app, their app don't look too bad. Well, I don't know about the phone, but I was only on the what is it, the Roku? Yeah, the Roku. It didn't look too bad, but with the boxing aspect of it, you look at the zones. Like everywhere you go with the zones, like they plaster their shit everywhere, and half the time they don't even got to do all the work because they have fans. They of boxers. They do half the work for you and retweet the shit. Hell, half these cats make it, take their shit, make it their own, and slap the logo out of it. But everybody knows it's his own, so it's like, it's like when you go on Twitter and stuff like that, you type in BLK Prime, they got a Twitter page, but their social media footprint is like it's low. They got you got December 10th, you got a month and some change, right? Yeah, you got a month and some change, right? Month and some change to go, and you moving on, you coming off, you firing off slow.
Yeah, they can pick it up. They knew, like, even if you remember, like when PBC first started and shit, they was fighting all different places and shit like that. BET, Spike TV, and all of that. Before they found a home over at Fox. and was putting shit look hella janky in the beginning, you know. And I think as they get on they roll, they actually get the fights and able to do it. Like at the end of the day, I don't think it's a bad thing when we talking about apps. Man, everybody got to understand all of these boxing and all this is going to end up on an app. Like with ESPN Plus and stuff, it's already all on an app. Like, yeah, they kind of put it on ESPN sometime, but they usually put it on the app. And even with Showtime and all that, bro, that shit on the app. When I watch it on the app. Like on my TV, it's a fucking square app on my TV. Like what we talking about? Like I don't change it on no channel. So people just got to realize it's just how it's promoted. So you promote it just how you put it out there through apps that people using and stuff like that. Instagram using these rappers and stuff like that. You pay their ass. Shit, instead of paying them, make them put it on their Instagram, TikToks, and stuff like that. At the end of the day, man, they paying these guys a lot of money. You know, and I don't mind it because before Bud was a free agent and did this thing, it was all business. Business. The shit Earl doing is business, man. He fighting them, he collecting the belts, it's business, man. He with Bob, blame Bob, man. It's business. Bob bullshit. Never had nothing to do with Bob. He never was gonna do that fight with Bob. Al said he putting on that fight. Nobody else.
You know? Well, I wouldn't take what Crawford said like to word for word, but I think Al. Well, you probably are right, but you know, it's like one of those things. Is like, you know, it's the biggest. It could be the biggest fight that we've seen in a minute up over here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how many people watching, the level of expectation that's been had, and the meaning, what the fight actually means. You know what I'm saying? To boxing, but. You know this whole Al Haymon is the only dude in this whole scenario that could have made this fight happen. And I don't care what anybody says. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking down on the dude or nothing like that. He's the dude that could have made this fight happen. He's the only dude that could have made this fight happen. And the reason why I'm saying this is because he's supposed to be the dude with all the control. All the money, the investors, the networks, and the fighter, and the belts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody listens to Al Haymon. You got promoters out there tipping on other promoters out there tipping on, talking about how they walking on eggshells around the dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's the only one. You know what I'm saying? It's like
because he the only one where he will not do business with you, period. Because all these other fighters, yeah, they won't do business with you until they know they need you. If they know you gonna have a belt and you got the opponent, they still gonna make way for them to go and fight that guy. Because we see Top Rank and Golden Boy in the zone, they do that shit all the time like it's nothing. We don't even realize it a lot of the times because they do it so often. But we realize that shit when PBC do it because they never do it. And they ain't never sent one of their champions across the street to fight nobody. So when we actually see it like that, that's why they do that shit with Al. Because Al will totally shut that shit down. And with Al saying the shit like saying Crawford, oh, y'all putting the ceiling on it. Like, bro, I honestly say this, man. If I hear any fighter on PBC, bro. If somebody can show me, drop a link of any fighter ever been on PBC saying they made double or triple what the fuck they was supposed to make in some millions type of shit, then that'll be different, because I know what Al's saying. Like, if you just take somebody and they give you a chunk of money and shit like that, you don't own the fight. Like, people understand like how the fight get played after and what people willing to do if they want to pay to show it, or I don't know what the fuck. However they make the money through year after year, you know. That's what Al talking about. He not willing to give up them type of rights on the fight, and I do understand that.
You talking about like some like points of the fight being replayed and all that stuff?
Yeah, like when we talking about back end, when we talking about revenue that the shit gonna bring, the publication of it, you know.
I mean, it's not even just that. It's not even just that. It's like people think, put it like this with BLK Prime, right? They paying whatever they paying Terrence Crawford. It could be less than 10 million. 10 million could be what they just saying to make it sound good, right? But you know, people need to understand. Like, people are not talking to how that BLK people have to buy the rights for the fight to play it in their country. You know what I'm saying? Because they have laws out there to where you just can't, you know, take somebody's live fight and just air it for free. So you got BLK Prime has the opportunity to have over, you know, 50 countries to buy the rights to air the fight. You know what I'm saying? And their country. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like one of those things, like, you know, you can't just stick to, like, what a lot of people are saying on social media, can't just stick it to who's just going to buy the fight in America. This is a worldwide, boxing is a worldwide sport, and boxing always been making money worldwide. Now back to that whole pay-per-view thing. Everybody got YouTube on their phone. Everybody got Facebook on their phone. You know, there's gonna come a time. There should have already became a time. It would have been the easiest thing for people to do, and it probably would have been the cheapest way for people to do, to just get a company like YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook to get in on the pay-per-views. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everybody has it on their phone, and it's the quickest way to get people to tune in. It'd be the quickest way, that easy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now you spamming motherfuckers with all the updates and notifications on their phone.
Yeah, but it's like, and that's what I mean. Like, that type of revenue, the revenue that Al and them know that he gonna get over the longevity of just having a fight. But everybody that even talked about the fight, bro, I never heard nobody say, man, this fighter sell 600,000 easy, 600,000 easy pay-per-views. And that's what I'm talking about, because that's what they get. 25 million a piece, that's what that equate to. They guarantee selling 600,000 pay-per-views, really more than that, but I'm just rounding that shit down. They would have to sell more than that, you know, minus the gate. So if you add in the gate, yeah, that'll do the extra money. But man,
I'm curious, Q. Excuse me. I'm curious to know if they was to take this fight, where would it even be? That's a bigger question, because they are somewhat of a novice when it comes to the mainstream boxing. This is an app. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to find out who they attached to, like, that is gonna lock on a solid venue to maximize the pay-per-view and the damn ticket sales, the gate, all that shit.
Man, that fight, I mean, I think that fight is gonna sell. The building is packed. That's sold out. That money there. I ain't gonna lie.
Spence Crawford?
Yes. Yeah. That fight in the building, that's sold out. That gate there.
I mean, if it's at the local Sitco, of course it's gonna sell out.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
You
I
ain't
think,
right.
man. What's the biggest venue in Vegas? Minus the Raider Stadium.
Isn't the T-Mobile? Isn't T-Mobile bigger than Garden Arena? I
How
think.
many? Oh,
Mm,
I'll check right
40,000.
quick. I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't I don't know which one's the
Let me
biggest one.
see. I'll look that shit up right now.
Yeah, they said a promoter for the fight is Steve. One of the promoters is Steve Bash.
So Steve Bash. So they sitting at about 18,000. Let me see. We have about close to 19,000 at the T-Mobile, and then I think the Garden Arena is lower than that though. Garden Arena. The Garden
Well,
Arena
a couple
sitting
of
at close to 17,000. So you're talking about 19,000 for the T-Mobile and close to 17,000 at the Garden Arena, the MGM. They definitely gonna sell out either one of those. Either one of those, they'll sell out. But man, they need to have that fight somewhere like down here in Atlanta, in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, or Crawford don't want that shit in Texas. You know they'll go straight to the AT&T Stadium, but he don't want that shit in Texas, man.
Man, shit. I mean, that's what the AT&T Stadium is in San Antonio. You talking about Jerry World? That's the what is their stadium called?
You talking about the one in Frisco is Jerry World, ain't it?
Yeah, Arlington. Yeah, Arlington, Texas. That's in Jerry World over there by Dallas Fort Worth and all that.
I mean,
AT,
Crawford don't want that fight in Texas just due to the
yeah,
potential. You know what I'm saying?
he don't want it, but I tell him the truth. It'll probably be more Spence fans there, maybe like 65-35, something like that. Cause man, I'm
I
in
don't
the
even think he has that many fans in Texas like that, bro.
hey y'all, I got to shake a leg,
Crawford.
man.
All right, for sure, man. Appreciate you pulling up, Mike.
All right,
Who,
y'all. I'll see y'all soon.
all right, family. Who Terrence
Later.
Crawford?
Now, what I was saying is,
It-
like in Texas, Michael Garcia had the largest share of fan base, in my opinion, because Mexicans, their population is larger than blacks in Texas.
Yeah,
But
and
when it comes to Terrence Crawford fighting in there, I think it's gonna be it ain't gonna be that lopsided. I mean, it's
yeah,
people that support him, but it's also people that's gonna be there to support freaking Terrence Crawford that stays in Texas, man.
yeah, bro. That's facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think man, they could do that shit in San Antonio. I know I'd be in the building for sure then, because San Antonio is the biggest boxing city in Texas. San
Yeah, but
Antonio.
he's thinking about getting robbed though. You know,
Yeah,
it not being fair. Like that's too much to deal with everything that's been going
not if
on
he
to go
gonna
to that
knock that
man's
boy out.
backyard. Yeah, if he knocks him out, it's good. He's good.
He gonna knock that boy out.
He has to go in there and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? You know what happened when he turns it into a fight.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe LA got nice venues. Maybe they can do it in the Clippers' new spot. Shit, break that in.
Are you talking about the crypto center, crypto whatever?
I thought that was what they changed the Staples Center to. I thought
Oh yeah, my bad.
the
Yeah, that's what they changed the Staples Center
yeah,
to. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure what the Clippers arena is called, but I know they just built theirs though. Uh, LA. But I ain't no telling what Al got, man, planned for that fight. But for what they saying it is and everything that it needed, when Floyd, we talking about uh, city to city tour, or at least hit about 3-4 cities trying to promote the fight. Like,
Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah, that'd be
if
great.
man, if I'm Crawford, bruh, you think I ain't about to write off on that shit, man? Hell yeah, I want to see how much that shit costs. From the goddamn stage to the chairs. What is you talking about, man? This shit
Goddamn
coming out
right.
my check.
To how
Like,
much air is being breathed in that motherfucker? All that.
all that shit.
How much water's being drunk? Goddamn soda sold, candy bars, all that.
Man, we talking hotel rooms, all that, bro. Like, man, I gotta see what all y'all spending, bro. And we know PBC like the comps too, man. I want to see how much y'all comping. We ain't comping none of them niggas who can pay for it for sure. Yeah, really, man.
I just never seen somebody, do something right, but yet be criticized for people trying to make it seem like it's absolutely opposite of what they should be doing. Like they have no conscious thought of what direction they supposed to be going with something. That's not the case here. He knows what he's supposed to do. He tried it. He attempted to not even provide for himself, but provide for Spence too. And it just went downhill from there with people's stupidity and ignorance, man.
In fact, they don't even listen. They ain't even listening to the end of it. They don't talk about that because Crawford just little boyed him for like 6 minutes. You know what I mean? The video 20 minutes long, 14 of it is just the beginning, but them last 6, he just talking to Earl, man, like let you know, bro, you not your boss, you're not your own boss, and if you was, like, come on, man, the fight would have been made, because he said, what about the backhand shit? He said 80-20. Fuck. Like,
yeah, that's what he said, didn't he? I mean, he said 80-20. How?
I mean, you get 25 million if you sell more than 700,000. Like, yeah, like what we talking about?
Coming out that motherfucker squeaky clean.
Man, what?
Even with your first L, you sitting light, man. Like real, you sitting good.
Like what, man? Hey, you can fight me, my brothers, and my mama for 25. Same
man,
night.
You gonna throw your mama in there, dog.
Man, hey, make it sweet, man. If you don't want to.
Hey, the bruising to go down when she get that check, though. Hey, mama, this is what I got for you.
My dude's gonna be straight. Body shots only, man.
So you don't give a damn she have another kid, dog.
Hey, you know she ain't having no more kids.
Yeah, body shots only. God damn. That's fucked up, dog. You know that shit gonna hurt, dog.
I'm just playing, mama.
That shit gonna hurt like a motherfucker, man. Body shots, damn. And then we talking about what? We talking about 8-ounce gloves too. Oh man, that's gonna be crucial, bro. For real. Hey, but it'll all go away, man. Cause that's what money do. Rub that money on that, it'll go away.
Man, shit crazy. Yeah, man, she gonna be good, man. We all gonna walk out the ring together, man.
Hey, hell yeah. You know, then people gonna be happy. Give a week or 2, man. Go on vacation, set that shit off, man.
Hey, shit, fuck it, man.
But you got to be in the ranking systems, man. They ain't gonna come pay to see a family get beat the fuck up, dog.
Like, hey, he fighting the family, man. We don't know who they is. It's just a family. Like, what you mean, the whole family? Like, yeah, they whole family.
Hey, mom keeps up there talking. Hey, I ain't going first. God damn it, I'm going last, man.
You going last? Press conference gonna be lit.
I'm going last up in that bitch, man. Shit.
Man. Hey, we sending this ass all type of food. We trying to get him. We trying to get him to. We trying to get some more M's, man. When he don't make weight.
Yep.
Like, yeah, she was sending him sweet potato pies to his ass.
Man, this shit crazy on this motherfucker, dog. I just don't see the purpose for which people want to talk about boxing no more. Like, it's not like we have a surplus of names floating on the surface to talk about all the time. It's like people only tune in to certain names. Until Wilder gets back in the fight camp and get back in there for Ruiz. Who else is out there? What's the bigger fights that's out there? We got T.O. We got a huge card coming up in December, but
I think, yeah, just stay active. All I can say, man, keep the young dudes active, keep the champions active, and it's gonna go on, man. That's all it is, man. The more these fighters, or as much as these fighters can stay active, and people can see them and get to know who they is, the sport is gonna grow. They out here putting on good fights, and not bullshitting. taking the sport serious. I think we gonna get it because these young guys, man, I think like 2023, 2024. Man, I ain't gonna lie. These dudes know they got to turn up, bro. They about to take boxing out the Olympics, man.
Yeah, boxing is not gonna be in the Olympics in 28. Yep.
So they got to come different.
And look, how is that even possible? You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you how boxing been operating off a fragile system. They've been doing what the hell they want to do. They've been screwing people over in the Olympics, robbing big names that went on to be legends and superstars. It's just amazing how they taking it out the Olympics now, man. Like, whoever was thinking about going to the Olympics, they got to wait another, 4 years after that one?
Know that.
I mean, not
as
4
far as
years. Yeah,
America,
another 4 years after that.
yeah, I know like America because we always we had the youngest guys going in. These other guys, man, they be talking about Cubans, man. These guys,
Cubans
Russians,
be 55 years old up in that bitch, man.
facts, grown ass man, dog.
Rigondeaux, goddamn 85 years old, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Facts.
That nigga old
Hey,
as hell.
hey, Robisi might be one of the youngest Cubans I know that was really out there doing it. Like all these other guys, man, they grown as hell, man. Them Russian guys, like, man, Keyshawn then was out there fighting 34-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog. Come on.
And they grown man strength.
Yeah. And Keyshawn was still kind of old too. Like he was 22, 23. He young, but usually them guys be like 17, 18. But I do think some of them kind of sensing it. When they taking advantage of kind of doing it early. When you look at like the Abdullah Masons, Xander Zayas, guys who've been signed since they were like 17. What was his name? Anderson, Big Baby Anderson, and all them who went pro.
Jaha Tucker over there too. He didn't have extensive amateur pedigree, but he over there with top rank too.
Shit, hell, Devin. Devin Haney, shit. Talking about. So, yeah, hell, Terrence Crawford. You don't always got to go to the Olympics, man. So I do think these guys might have to turn it up a notch, and the cream of the crop is gonna rise to the top after you lose that. But yeah, that's crazy that they is taking it out, adding flag football and shit like that. It's crazy. But
man, flag football to the Olympics, bro.
Bro, that's what somebody told me. They was adding flag football to the Olympics.
What is it gonna be? The women, the lingerie goddamn league or what? They add that shit to the Olympics, cool, but
man, that shit it's gonna be crazy. I want to see and they adding 3-on-3 basketball too. They add
3-on-3 is making it to the Olympics. Wow.
Yeah. 3-on-3 basketball and flag football.
I wonder is Gilly gonna be in there. Gilly be goddamn keeping the nets wet, man. I don't know if he got the cardio, but
they drug tested, man. Them niggas smoking weed and all.
Oh, for real?
Man, well, they drug tested, man.
I'm thinking. Okay, we have weed legalized in certain states.
Mm-hmm.
So
you
trying to tell me the Olympics is gonna be?
Well, that's international.
Yeah, but they usually test for the pads though. Well, who's got suspended for weed? Who's got suspended for weed?
I don't know. Didn't that one girl that like that?
Oh, Sha'Carri Richardson was suspended trying to qualify for the Olympics, right?
But when because she had the weed though.
Yeah, she was trying to qualify. Okay, yeah, you might be right. Weed maybe, yeah, it may be illegal, man. A banned substance.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, and then because people was like tripping. I don't know how that'll help you win. Shit, I want 8 motherfuckers lined up beside me. I know they smoking every day. Like when I'm raising
you ain't never lied, right? Yeah, for
when
real.
I'm raising them, let me hear her.
You ain't never lied. If I got motherfuckers lined up smoking, I'm good. What we running 100? Okay, 200, we good.
Yeah. I
Now
don't want
400,
nobody.
that might be a different. 400, we talking a little different.
Hey, I don't want nobody with no computer in they shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andrew, and that's gonna be interesting. That Olympics, man. Shit, they adding 3-on-3. Wow.
yeah, I do want to see that. Hey, got to
How
be.
long you got to be retired to even be selected for a team on the 3-on-3?
I wonder if you even got to be retired. What if they letting like regular NBA players get
Oh
in there?
hell nah, that ain't gonna be cool. Shit, that ain't gonna be cool letting active players get on the 3-on-3, man.
Hey, they got the USA shit. You ain't playing on the USA team. Gonna get your 3-on-3 in.
Yeah, sure. You're right.
Hey, as long as they for the USA, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I don't know what the rules are because USA at one point in time changed their shit up, didn't they? They didn't allow professional players. They had you had to be college or whatever. And that's
Yep,
the year we got blown out. Then with something like that.
yep. Because that's why they did the Dream Team. Because the college people was out there getting their ass smoked. Them boys and
Okay.
Duke and shit. Yep. Man,
Damn.
they added them and turned up. Shit. It was history from on in, man. We up in the thing getting gold and shit.
Man, that's wild for real. But goddamn Q, I'm about to bounce, brother.
All
You know
right,
what I'm
fam.
saying? Hey, let them know where they can find you at, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Appreciate you pulling up as always, brother.
Hey man, you already know anytime I see that link, man, I'm gonna hit it. You know what I mean? Support you. I love the work you do, man. Some of the best work, man. That shit funny as hell. You top five in this shit, dog. Top five in this shit. So, man, I fuck with you. I appreciate you letting me come on the panel. But man, y'all can find me at Lost Starter Boxing, the lab. Man, I go live every Sunday. And just add a little content here and there. But
Oh, you just go live on Sundays? Why
yeah, I
is
go
that?
live on Sundays, sometime Mondays, but
Why
yeah,
is that?
uh, because I cut hair every day, so
Oh, okay, cool. I ain't know that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know too much about you, so I just wondered. It's all good.
yeah, but I'm a barber, so I'm full time, and then I got three baby girls, a wife, so
Okay, for
I,
sure, for sure.
it's literally just a hobby. I just love this boxing shit, and so Sunday, Monday is the days I'm off. I usually go live on Sunday, just
So
chop it.
what? So you have plenty of boxing conversations in the shop, right? Or they
What?
don't know shit about it. Oh, they do?
Man,
Okay.
well, some of them do, and then you got clients that come in, and I meet a lot of people that know about it, and so me, when I talk about boxing and I talk about casuals and stuff like that, I'm speaking from me actually being in the shop, like how
Okay.
I am on the panel. I'm way more live in the shop, screaming, yelling, and all that shit. Like. And I do that, like not on the computer, in people's face. So
Mm.
like that, that's me. So uh man, yeah. So I come across casuals, people that love the sport, know it, aerosexuals, well,
Yeah.
I charge them triple, man.
Yeah,
Blood
for
Boxing said charge them big head ass niggas triple. So
yeah,
man,
for real.
hey,
Charge
we
them, make a
can,
pay to
man.
cross that motherfucker, dog.
Hey,
Shit.
you already know it, nigga. Man, yeah, man. Appreciate you for letting me come on, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We'll link up another time, man. Anybody, you're always welcome, bro. You're doing your damn thing, and very knowledgeable cat in the sport of boxing and shit like that. And it's always a pleasure, brother. Hold it down. Be safe out there, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate the fellas pulling up. Surf Senior was on deck. Expert. Lost Art of Boxing. And you already know WCS, man. Y'all stay close. Stay tuned. We're gonna see how this whole situation plays out this month. We at the back end of 2022, but yet boxing is an annual sport. Boxing is gonna take us all the way out. But the one thing about it, we might, just because we have a short amount of months, that still don't mean we don't have some pretty decent fights going on. Even with the fight with Terrence Crawford, people are going to be tuned in because his name is out here buzzing as always. So people are going to be tuned in and that'll be okay. Whether they stream it or they purchase it or whatever the case may be, they're going to be tuned in because, you know, if the haters have something to say before the fight, they definitely going to be curious on the day of the fight. That's just real life, bro. They definitely want to be curious on the day of the fight. So regardless of what they saying on here, he ain't doing this, that, and the other, they going to tune in to watch him and see what happens. If they want to see the man lose, they're going to tune in to watch him lose. The ones that want to see him win going to tune in to watch him win. At the end of the day, he did what he had to do. He tried, but he came up short. You know, certain results you have, you don't have control of. So you got to reset, go ahead and get this victory, reset, and then revisit next year and see what they're talking about. If PBC can't make this motherfucking fight next year, let's see what the narrative's going to be then. Let me see how much oxygen you're going to exhaust hating on this man for Omaha, Nebraska. Until next time, man, y'all hold it down. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out.